Edmonton Sports Talk. My God, I loved it.
My name's Jay Milne. #Luke.
Our sports update deliverer, the Coop.
I'm Zachary Gubish, and you're up today.
You know what, Reid?
You might be honest.
All right, here's what's going on in the Nasty Cup.
And at safety, checking in at 6'2" and a rock-solid 220 pounds, hailing from the outskirts of Sherwood Park, number 8, Jay Milne. Wow! There he is. You don't have your headphones in. It was a surprisingly underwhelming applause. Apparently only 4 people at this alumni football game. Play that again, Coop. This was the applause after I introduced you. Well, maybe 20 people there. Just very much like,
It's a small group.
Oh, are we supposed to be excited for this guy?
That was like people that are prompted by the clap.
Yeah.
Now, okay, clap. Good.
Yeah, okay. When's the next player on? All right. That's
I'm
that's
up.
how it would have been. That's how you would have been introduced had you ever made the Vanier Cup as a Bear, I guess.
I guess.
They probably wouldn't have said a rock solid 220 pounds. That was a little wrestlery.
Would have said a bone thin 225 pounds.
Yeah, you had 0% body fat.
Yeah.
When you played, or maybe what's a healthy amount of body fat, or what body fat would a pro athlete have? I mean, you still have to have body fat. Like body fat's normal, protects your organs.
5%.
What was that low?
Oh yeah.
There's probably a fatologist in the nasty chat.
I would imagine there's a few.
So, what do you do for a living? I'm a fatologist. And then, like, jokingly, you'd say, like, oh, what do you study, fat?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh,
Yes.
I thought it was something else.
Body fat.
So that's what it would have sounded like. And you were, your best team, you were 2 wins away from the Vanier or 1 win away?
2
wins away. 2 games away.
2 games away.
Right.
That's how they would have.
1 game away, but 2 wins away.
2 wins away.
Because the Canada West
That's
final,
right.
and then you would have played in the Churchill or whatever it is.
Mitchell or UTEC.
Or UTEC or, yeah. And then it would have been the Vanier Cup.
I felt good. I was pacing around out there. It was
Yeah,
like
you
game day.
came in full of energy, and
Yeah.
I actually hate to admit this, I had fun doing that introduction.
It was fun. It's Friday.
It is Friday. We've had a good week. The Oilers played, I thought, a spirited game last night, even though they lost the lead late and lost in overtime after Roslovic had an incredible chance denied. Chet Palmer will kind of summarize that game in his sports report for the Bear coming up in a couple of minutes. You can get in touch, of course. I mentioned the Nasty Chat. That's the chat we have going on YouTube. So you can post in there, chat with us, more importantly, chat with each other. It kind of takes on a life of its own, and people have their own conversations there, which is pretty cool. While you are there on YouTube, please click the thumbs up button. Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb. All right, and subscribe to Edmonton Sports Talk as well. 83 Runner in the Nasty Chat says, we ran around 10% on our hockey team. It's hard to recover with low body fat percentage. Remember, I think I've told you this before. 25, 30 years ago, there was some NFL player that showed up for training camp with 3% body fat. Like he just trained to burn fat, and they wouldn't let him on the field because you need fat around your organs to protect them from being knocked around. I mean, 0% fat is actually not the goal. So,
True enough.
Anyway.
Yeah, you got to have some.
Bronco Nick says bodybuilders have around 5% body fat. Okay.
Little jiggle in the wiggle doesn't hurt.
You got to have some junk in the trunk.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that's not the same type of thing.
Sure it is.
Okay.
Why not? Your ass is a very powerful muscle.
Well, that's true. Well, that's what they say about Sidney Crosby. He's got that big ass.
Big ol'.
Protect the puck.
What about Big Dumper?
Hold on to the puck. Big Dumper.
I mean,
I
that's
don't
a
even know
name.
the guy's real name. Plays for the Mariners.
Excuse me, Mr. Dumper.
Yes.
What did you think about that?
That'd be me post game. Joined now by the Big Dumper. Mariners catcher, Big Dumper. So big. But Looked like you were swinging the bat pretty well tonight. Yeah, give us a thumbs up if you're on YouTube. You guys have been great with the thumbs this week. We want to get to 100, at least 100 every show. We have a full 3 hours to do so today, but don't pleasure delay. Get in there and click right away. Send us into the weekend on a high. And as we're always talking about, build the algorithm for the show. We're doing our part to build Edmonton Sports Talk. It's been an incredible 2+ years already. It was awesome last night. We had our client mixer right here at the station. We hosted it. We visited with, caught up with, fed, watched the game with a lot of the great people and companies who support shows like this one and all the other stuff we have on the station. So that's just another thing we do to build, to connect with people. One little thing you can do is listen or watch the station, because you can also get us on iHeartRadio or TuneIn Radio. Give us the thumbs up, favorite us, sign up for the podcast, and just mention us to other people. And as I often say on YouTube, click that share button, send it off to somebody else, and encourage people to check out this show and our other great shows, including Hello Hockey, which is 10 a.m. tomorrow with Tom Gazzola and Sean Bell. That's 10 a.m. until noon. And then Tom is back on at 4 p.m. for the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. After the game, postgame show, Oilers Panthers. Of course, last 2 years they've played in the Stanley Cup Final. Panthers are missing several significant players. Doug Plagens is their play-by-play voice. We love talking to him, and he'll join us at about 5 o'clock this afternoon to get an update on Florida storylines. Luke Gazdic at about 3:40 this afternoon. Our athlete of the week just won the Grey Cup on Sunday, so that'll be pretty cool. And speaking of the Vanier Cup, who else do we have on today?
Yeah, my former coach at the U of A, Jerry Friesen. He was the head coach for the Bears. He is now the defensive line coach with the Saskatchewan Huskies. They have advanced to the Vanier Cup, and it's in Regina. So it's pretty much a home game for the Huskies as they welcome the Montreal Carabin. University of Montreal
What is a
Carabin.
caravan? Is that like a caravan?
A caravan.
What is a caravan?
Well, let's... I don't even know if I want to Google it. I just want to live in a world where...
something bad. Where we make it up.
Not a carbine.
Isn't it Carrabins?
Yeah, it is. It just automatically went to carbine.
Oh, it corrected
a piece
it.
of a gun.
Oh, right.
Light cavalry soldiers.
Okay, so
Carabin.
it's a type of soldier. All right.
They're all soldiers.
And it's interesting. Okay.
Football soldiers.
So that'll be cool for you. Because I just got to be a spectator during that interview.
Well, yeah.
You and your old coach?
Catch
it's been,
up with
what,
coach?
since 22 years since you played for him? 21 years? Ish?
Yeah, ish. Yeah.
Yeah.
Been a while.
He had a fairly successful run as the Golden Bears head coach.
Oh, yeah.
Just couldn't quite get to the Hardy Cup championship. Got to the final a couple of times.
Couldn't win the Hardy Cup.
Yeah.
Partially. But I'm sure he'll blame it on me. I think he might take some shots.
Really?
Oh, yeah. He's a good dude.
I'm looking forward to talking to him.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
So, yeah, jump into the nasty chat. Email j@edmontonsportstalk.com, reid@edmontonsportstalk.com, and you can text the afternoon inbox. That's presented by the River Cree Resort and Casino, 780-218-9999. They have happy hour featuring $5.25 drinks. That's available Sunday to Thursday, 9 a.m. until 7 p.m. All right, let's do the afternoon headlines presented by 100.3 The Bear, Edmonton's best rock. Stream them on iHeart today. This is Chet Palmer with your sports report. Vasilevsky danced a little jig to keep the Oilers out of the win column. Old Roscoe will be having fits about that one. Pixie Boy was pretty solid in the pipes for E-Town. Rat Cats up next. Vanier Cup tomorrow for the top college team in the country. Saskatchewan against Montreal. Wait a minute. Didn't they just play that game last weekend? No Hellebuck for the Peg for the next few weeks. Where's Pokey Reddick when you need him? Hey, my brother-in-law is taking the Hurricanes tonight. Better be careful or his bankroll will be blown away. I'm Chet Palmer.
Well done, Chet. He's really creating quite a list of names.
He's got a unique names for all the Oilers.
Pixie
Boy, old Roscoe. What's Hyman? Is it old reliable? Old reliable?
I don't know.
Zach?
I can't recall.
Captain Connie.
Captain Connie.
College boy Ike Howard. He's in the minors now.
Probably won't get talked about that much.
Yeah, probably won't talk about him as much. So good update there. Courtesy,
good.
Courtesy 100.3 The Bear. You know what? We should let's do the off topic now.
Yeah.
And we may break a couple minutes earlier than usual because we got Benny coming up, Luke Gazdic all in the first hour. So we're off and running. So the Oilers on this 7-game road trip that finally ends tomorrow. The Oil Kings, what was the mileage you had on there? Was it over 3,000? What was it?
3,270 kilometers.
And they end tomorrow in Prince George. And they've only lost one game
That's right.
on the road trip. So they got a really good team. So our off-topic topic for William Huff. Since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of valued clients. Their unparalleled customer service, combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best can be, is what they call the William Huff Advantage. Visit their website, williamhuff.com. Give them a shout, 780-454-4536. Bruce from William Huff was in here yesterday. He was one of our words of the day.
Yes.
Deliverers.
Delivered a great word.
That was pretty. Yeah, a couple of really good words.
Did it surprise you when he asked you to spell awesome?
Yes, because I thought he did it. He came from a very kind angle where I gave the definition. He said awesome is actually the people at EST. But when he first said it, I thought to myself, there must be a version of the word awesome that is AUGHSU with an umlaut ME. Is that the two dots on a U? You know, there must be some other spelling and definition of awesome.
I could see the wheels spinning.
Yeah, but then I was like, okay, I'll just spell it awesome.
Well, and then you did say, just go with your original, go with your gut.
Go with my gut, which is what I've been doing in our kitchen all day today.
Oh, heavens. The spread.
I've had pizza. I've had chips. I had deli meat.
It's lovely. And kudos to Dusty. He didn't underorder.
He's a generous and bountiful man.
Now, to be fair, the good people from the Italian Center brought over 2 massive trays of pre-made sandwiches as well.
Yes.
Surprising, Dustin. So, I mean, that was very generous of them. But yeah, we got food. We got food for days.
We got a lot of food.
But it's got to go, right?
Well, yeah, maybe we can take some home this weekend. I might put some pizza home.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't know. Do you think it can last the weekend till Monday?
Nah, not all of it. Probably not. Pizza from Thursday to Monday.
Like, ain't no way that's lasting.
Well, Tommy and Belsey are here tomorrow. Benny's here tomorrow.
Well, they should
Yeah.
eat.
So Benny's in charge of cleaning it all up Saturday night at 9.
Yeah.
Yeah. While he takes in the noises coming from next door. So our off-topic topic for William Huff. What's the longest road trip you've ever been on?
Oh, my word.
So I think we're kind of probably thinking, well, it could be anything. Like I'm thinking more driving for this. What?
You sneaky
You knew
devil.
I was going to do that.
No. Not in that context. I mean, that took it over the top.
Well, thank you.
Well done.
Oh, speaking of that, Name the Animal is on later today. We didn't do Name the Animal last week. I think some people missed it. Well, maybe one person. Trev says the pizza will last. Trev, the last person I would trust about the spoilage of food. Okay, Trev? I love you. But that's just, you might as well have posted nothing in the nasty chat. That's like a non-comment from you in my mind. Like something
Poor
about
Trev.
Pizza. Like he wants to talk about, how to make a YouTube channel, stuff like that. Who's hovering there? Oh, it's Ben. Okay, what are we doing?
Off topic.
But do I always meander this much? It must be horrible to work with me.
Now he did. That's right. Big Uke says he did work at Boston Pizza, so he may have some insight into the longevity of.
He
Boston
might know the exact second it's no longer
pizza.
good to eat.
He just wants it to last the weekend so he can come in and eat.
Hey, Trev,
12
I
pieces.
love you, man. Trev, post a heart in the nasty chat
post a heart.
so I know we're okay.
Post something else too.
What's the longest road trip you've ever been on? Is our off-topic topic for William Huff. So one that comes to mind for me is when I was, I think, 9. So as I've talked about on the show, I have a lot of family in Southern Ontario. My dad grew up most of his childhood in Sarnia. So in the summer of '83, we drove, and when I say we, my dad did all the driving. We drove from Evansburg to, I don't know where we went, Kitchener. Well, because I have some family in Kitchener, some in Sarnia. So we drove down there. I think the trip was Regina, Winnipeg, Thunder Bay, Sault Ste. Marie, and then to Southern Ontario.
Jeez.
So I was in the back seat, probably reading comics and sleeping most of the time. And my dad, like when I look back on it, like how did my dad pull off that driving?
Well, that's probably back when you didn't even need to wear seatbelts.
That would have been pre-seatbelt.
You could have been totally
not in every
out.
province, though. I think some provinces we had to, yeah.
Reid, come to attention.
Yeah.
We've entered Saskatchewan.
Yeah, exactly. So that's one that stands out for me.
Yeah. As soon as you said this, I thought of Vegas. During my time at the University of Alberta, a few of us Golden Bears decided it was a good idea to hop in a GMC Yukon and drive straight to Las Vegas. 23 hours.
How many guys?
5 in total.
Okay.
And we went down. We stayed at the Castaways.
Where's that?
Which is nowhere near anywhere you would know. It was actually, we were told, it's quite a dangerous place for 4 white dudes from Edmonton to be staying.
So it wasn't even Fremont Street. It was
outside of Fremont Street. It was a 5-minute walk.
Because a lot of people are like, yeah, don't stay at Fremont Street. So
no, this was
even.
It's actually since been demolished. So we went down there. We ended up all getting in a fight, each other,
right?
Because there was 2 brothers,
internal squabbling,
and then the rest of
of course the brothers are going to fight. Yeah.
No, the brothers and us fought.
Oh, the brothers against the other 3.
Yeah, it was an uncomfortable drive home.
Oh, it would be. Oh, geez. The physical fighting or just a lot of
it got
melting
a little physical.
off? It did, eh? Oh my God.
There may have been other factors involved.
We said memorable road trip or longest.
Oh, it was memorable.
Yeah, memorable / longest, not happiest.
Because that car broke down on the way home.
Rip City Step drove to PEI. Oh, what?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was a trip from hell.
How did you finish the ride home?
We had to get it fixed.
Oh, my God.
Podunk, Montana.
That wouldn't have added to the tension at all.
Oh, no.
That was uplifting.
It was actually a great place for pause and reflection.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Are you still friends with any of these gentlemen?
No.
Would Jerry Friesen know any of them?
Yeah.
Did you talk to them after?
Jerry Friesen would know one of them quite well, actually.
Is he on the Husky staff?
No.
Oh, okay.
But he may have violated a team rule at one point.
Well, not this gentleman.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, is this an on-air or off-air story?
Oh, I'm not going to tell it on air.
Yeah. This.
It's not because I don't see them.
This one stays behind the curtain.
Yeah, one of them lives overseas now, and one of them lives, I think, in Calgary. So it's all good.
Just a couple quickly. Scotty.
I actually saw the one that lives in Calgary when we took the EST bus down to Labor Day.
Nice.
Yeah. He had a Stampeders hat on.
Scotty says 15-passenger van with our men's league team for a tournament. Rip City Step drove to PEI from Camrose when we were 4, 5, and 7. God bless my parents. Yeah. All the driving and then the kids in the vehicle. That's pretty cool. Okay, keep giving us the thumbs up if you're on YouTube. Post your off-topic topic. Text the answers to 780-218-9999 for River Cree Resort and Casino. Benny's Blind Rankings coming up.
Four games in the NHL. Boston visits LA for 8:30 puck drop. Buffalo hosts Chicago at 5 o'clock. The Pens and Wild lace them up while the Canes and Jets battle at 6. And from Winnipeg, Connor Hellebuck is undergoing a knee procedure. He'll be out 4 to 6 weeks. Reigning MVP has an 8-6 record and a .913 save percentage this season. From Edmonton, at the Claire Drake Arena, the Pandas tussle with the Thunderbirds at 7. Elsewhere, Season 3 of the PWHL begins tonight. Toronto plays Minnesota at 5, while the Torrent and Golden Eyes go at it. Puck drop for that one is at 8 o'clock. In OHL news, Luke Gazdic of the Steelheads has been suspended for the remainder of the season after he delivered a violent slash to the head of Oshawa's Brady Blaseg on November 14th. Blaseg was cut on impact but finished the game, returning for the team's following contest as well. 9 games in the NBA. It's Raptors and Wizards tipping off at 5:30. Toronto looking for 6 wins in a row. This sports update is brought to you by Advantage Sports Medicine. Connor McDavid's got a team of specialists, and you're stuck with a bag of frozen peas. Get the same locker room approach that's trusted by the best in the game. Call them at 780-460-9977 or visit their website at advantagesportmed.ca to book an appointment. Today, Ben Thompson slides in for Benny's Blind Rankings. Next, I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
2 guys and a goalie.
People were going nuts, and rightfully so. Like, there must have been 20 people in the nasty chat that were all like, well, Colorado traded 2 goalies last year. You can change both your goalies. Okay, A, this is not Colorado. B, this is not last year. C, those same 2 goalies aren't available. D, provide me an example where you could right now move for 1 goalie.
2 guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
We have what you're looking for. GD Liquidators is Edmonton's one-stop shop for new and used warehouse, office, and industrial items since 1987. You'll find what you want when you want it. Give us a call, visit us in store, or check out the monthly auctions at gdliquidators.com. 100% Canadian owned and operated. We have what you are looking for. GD Liquidators.
Where holiday cheer meets great beer. This season, celebrate at the Canadian Brewhouse. From plated dinners and festive buffets to casual pub-style parties, we've got the perfect space for your crew. Book your holiday party today at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
GCL Diesel has been serving oil country since 1972. From diesel cars to SUVs to pickups. From farm tractors to school buses to a big rig. From diesel generators to forklifts, GCL can test, troubleshoot, and repair all diesel fuel system components. Whether it's injectors, pumps, turbos, filters, or additive, GCL has the parts you need to keep your diesel running the way it should. For genuine diesel parts at wholesale prices, visit GCL Diesel in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel. Diesel understood.
Hockey is heating up, and so is the excitement on Play Alberta. With casino winners every hour, jackpots worth millions, and revenue that stays in the province, there's never been a better time to sign up. Right now, our listeners can score a $50 free bet when they make a minimum $50 deposit with code EST50. That's code EST50 for a $50 free bet. Start playing with your game sense today to find out if you're Alberta's next winner. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, please use your game sense.
From the first time on skates to wearing a special jersey passed down through generations, Sentinel Storage is here for you. Store your sports gear to create space for all life's adventures. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca. Proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers.
Appreciate you tuning in this afternoon. Happy Friday. Luke Gazdic coming up in about 15 minutes. Of course, we are in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Pizza Sundays back at the Canadian Brewhouse after 4 p.m. Grab an 8-inch 2-topping pizza for just $9.99. Wash it down with $6.99 doubles and $1 off Bud Light tankards. A very special guest joining us in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Our friend and colleague Ben Thompson is here. Hello, Ben.
Hi, Reid. How are you?
I'm doing quite well. How are you?
I'm great.
Yeah, also subtly polite applause for all of us here at Edmonton Sports Talk. All right, so this is the part of the show that is going to be our afternoon debate, which is pretty fun, presented by the Garrison Memorial Golf and Curling Club. Limited Christmas party dates still available. Whether you have 50 or 150 humans, we can host your party with a savory buffet dinner and quench your thirst with our full-service bar. Go to egmgolf.com for more details.
I just... Oh, here we go.
Oh, yeah, we got the thing.
I can't hear it.
Come on, dance like you can.
The guy kind of sounds like you. I did not voice it, so
That's pretty good.
Can we hear it again?
Got a little bit of a theme for Benny's Blind Rankings.
Can you pretend you're singing it?
He doesn't know it.
I can't hear it.
He doesn't
Benny,
know.
Play again.
Okay,
one. Benny's Blind Rankings.
Oh, he came in
Yeah,
early.
pretty good.
That's pretty...
Benny.
Yeah.
Benny.
Oh, that's right. You don't have
Benny's
he doesn't
Blind
have
Rankings.
lost. It's okay,
Yeah,
but you
I
sound
don't
like
have
him.
headphones. Thank you. Yeah.
Good job.
All right, for Edmonton Garrison Memorial Golf and Curling Club, Benny's Blind Rankings. So explain how this works and what we're doing.
So I have a topic chosen, and the guys have 5 slots and have to properly put these players that fall into this topic in the right order. Today is not going to be an opinionated Benny's Blind Rankings. This is a stat. They're going to have to properly order these players. The topic today is on Puckpedia. They have a buyout section, and they have the top 12 listed players that are the most viewed contracts in purpose of a buyout
By fans.
by fans.
Okay.
Well, and
Or anybody
Man,
uses
I mean, who knows?
I mean, yeah. I mean,
never
Stan
know, Reid.
Bowman
Who
could
knows?
use it.
Who knows?
Brad Treliving.
Yep.
Okay.
So you guys are gonna take. It's gonna be players from these 12. From these 12.
5 of the 12.
5 of the 12. Okay.
All right. This will be good.
I'll lead you guys off with Steven Stamkos.
Ooh. Huh. Now with Nashville underwhelming ever since he went there. So there were some people that thought the Predators would win the Stanley Cup last season.
there were some.
They were
there
pretty
were
much
some.
eliminated by playoff contention by this time last year.
Well, and there's some. The same group of people also said that St. Louis would do well this year.
Yeah. I will put, you know what? I'll put him 4 because I think he'd get more looked at if he played for a Canadian team.
That's fair.
So I'll put him 4.
Number 3.
Number 3. Here you go.
Jay always puts him in the middle.
He
Jay always
changes.
puts him in the middle. Okay.
Alrighty. Okay. We're gonna go local now. Trent Frederick.
This is all-time Puckpedia?
This is current.
Current.
Players.
Like within the current players. Like searches within the last few weeks, right?
Yes, within the last few weeks.
And this is 5 out of the top 12.
No, this
Yes.
is an interesting one because I think there might be a couple other Oilers who could be on this list out of the top 12. I don't know if Benny's going to give us all of them. I think certainly Canadian hockey fans would use Puckpedia more. This is how I'm thinking. And Oilers fans are generally among the most active online. Like I believe it's been a couple of years. Stoff used to say this. Like I think EdmontonOilers.com is the most viewed website in Alberta, like for websites that originate out of Alberta. I think. Have you heard? I'd have to, but it's right up there. Like I think they get some of the Oilers fans, and we know about the armchair GMing and being unhappy with players. So there'd certainly be some morbid curiosity, like how would you buy out the final 7 years of a deal?
Well, and knowing that Oilers fans are Oilers fans, I'm going to put this at 2.
I'm also putting this at 2.
Okay.
Because I think if you mention another Oiler, there'd be one I'd put higher.
Oh, I wonder who that is.
I wonder who that would be.
Interesting. Is it perhaps Leon Draisaitl because he's next?
Are you serious?
Yep.
Okay, well, I'm going to put him 5th.
I'm putting him 5.
Okay.
I mean, again, but this is the thing. For something like this, there are the people who might think I want this guy off my team, but then there'd also be the curiosity of how much would it cost to buy.
I wouldn't be surprised though if given this how these blind rankings work, if Leon Draisaitl is number 1. Like
maybe.
You know what I mean? You know what? Screw it. Let's do it.
You're going to put him number 1?
Sure, why not?
Number 1, Leon Draisaitl.
Oh, I think I must inadvertently saw the list because I'm sorry.
Get off your computer. Did you see the list?
No.
You're disqualified.
Okay.
I'd like you to participate.
I don't know if I saw it or not. I went to the bio calculator and some players popped up, so I don't know if that's right or not.
Okay. Next is Elias Pettersson.
Ooh.
Oh, he's a candidate.
He's a definite candidate.
Well,
you know what? Oh, man. I'm putting him 1. Heck with it.
Okay, I got to put him.
I'm 4. Putting him 1.
Okay. So number 5 is left for Jay.
And number 3 is left. I think I'm pretty happy with my list.
Okay.
I have no clue.
Last player.
I put him at 4.
Yeah. Last player is Darnell Nurse.
Oh, maybe. No, I screwed up.
Oh, Nursey probably could have went 1 overall.
He should be 1.
I don't know.
But you never know.
You really don't know with this.
Because we're trying to read the minds of the people.
Yeah.
And somebody would this be unique URLs? Or could this be one guy in his office like every hour pulling somebody into his cubicle and researching it?
It's a percentage base. It's not amount of it's percentage.
Okay.
So, like, for example, the lowest guy out of this 12 is Igor Sharangovich with 5.7%.
Okay, so start at 12 and go to 1.
Okay.
I think, eh?
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Let's do it. Sharangovich, 5.7%. Noah Dobson, 5.9%.
Isn't he good?
Yep. UC Saros, 5.9%.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Nazem Kadri, 6.1%.
So we're at 8 now?
So we're at 8. You haven't given us any of these guys.
Brad Marchand, 6.5%.
Hear that, Brad? People want you gone.
Steven Stamkos, 6.7%. So he should be number 5.
So he's at 5.
Okay.
Yeah. Jesperi Kotkaniemi, 7.5% out of Carolina.
Kotkaniemi. Wow. Okay.
Yep. Leon Draisaitl, 7.7%.
So he's at
He's at 5.
So I reversed him and Stamkos for the actual list we did.
At 9.1%, Jonathan Huberdeau.
Oh, so you gave us the top 3.
I sure did.
Wow, you're a devious little man.
Yep. Trent Frederick, 10.1%.
Yeah.
Elias Pettersson, 14.2%. Darnell Nurse, 14.7%.
Is number 1.
Yeah.
So I didn't have anybody correct because our list would have gone Nurse, Pettersson, Frederick, Draisaitl, Stan. Well, I had the top 3 jumbled and I had 4 and 5 reversed. That's an interesting one.
Yeah, it was. I'm kind of surprised with the Draisaitl one there. I mean, like, it makes sense. Like, he did sign a big deal recently, and it's an 8-year deal. And I'm sure, honestly, I think that comes from like not even Oilers fans. I think it's more just like, oh, the Oilers suck. I wonder if they're gonna buy him out so they can just let him free or something. That's what I would imagine all the clicks.
Yeah, or just curiosity.
Yeah.
I mean, what would it take to buy out Crosby's contract or somebody?
Man, there's a lot of people with nothing to do. A lot of real
Didn't
people
Dobson
with
just
nothing
get traded
to do.
this year?
In the offseason.
Or in the offseason. That's what I meant.
Yeah. Just signed a big ticket. And,
hey, honey, I'll meet you up in bed. I just want to go over and check out random players and see what their buyout clause is. Oh, no, I'll only be about a half hour. I got nothing better to do.
How do we look at Frederick's buyout?
You
is.
go on it, and you just click buyout player. It'll show you.
So if Trent Frederick were to be bought out, he would be under the Oilers cap until the summer of 2040. And the cap hit at that time for the 39-40 season would still be $821,000.
Which
his cap hit for the next few years would be around 2.2, 2.5. Well, between 2 and 2.5 until the end of 33. Then it goes down to $821,000.
Yeah.
I mean, the salary cap could be $2 million by then. That's nothing.
$200 million.
200.
What did I say?
$2 million.
Oh yeah.
I'd hope the salary cap.
They should. You know what? They should drop the salary cap to $2 million. These guys are overpaid bums.
That would be quite a world.
That would be.
Yeah.
Just where would all the money go?
Well, that's a big new deal for star defenseman Ben Thompson. He's got an 8-year deal worth $39,000 per year. Hold off on that Ferrari, Benny.
I'm Chet Palmer.
That's pretty good. That was an interesting list. I didn't know where that was going to go.
Yeah, Joaquin brought it up to me a couple of days ago.
I should have trusted myself to leave room for Nurse at number 1. But then when you said Pettersson, I was like, oh, wait a minute.
I thought about having taken Nurse out of it and giving you guys a dud, like, I don't know, like Saros or someone, or Sharon Govich, but yeah, I was like, you know what? Put Darnell in there.
If Nurse were to be bought out, this would happen in the offseason, obviously.
Yeah.
He would be on the Oilers cap until the summer of 2034. The last 4 years of that, the cap hit would only be $466,000. But for the first 4 years, you would be paying Darnell Nurse, or the cap hit to have him not on your team would be 7.7, 8.5, 8.5, 8.5.
Yeah, you're not doing that.
So not happening.
Not happening.
Yeah. So you're not even freeing up much space by doing that. That's a fun one.
Yeah.
That was Gager's idea?
Yeah, that was Gager's idea. Zach, we usually, on the outro of Benning's Blind Rankings, play the song again. Yeah, if you want to.
How did we know we're done?
Well, I don't know. The list is done, no?
The list is done. Yeah. Ben's had enough.
No.
He wants to leave.
See you guys next week.
He's got to chase that turtle down.
That is surprising, though, to have Leon Draisaitl in the top 12.
Yeah, I know. That's like
that doesn't really.
Because no Oiler fan wants him off the team.
No.
I can get why. Okay, we get rid of Nurse or Frederick. Like I could understand.
So then that would lead you to believe that it's outside of the Oilers market. That would be primarily looking at this, saying, okay, they're having a bad year.
Yeah,
maybe they want to shake things up. I don't know. But even like there's just and this is a thing, Reid. Well, why don't the Oilers trade for someone? Well, who and what? And with what dollar value going in and out?
Sure.
The Oilers wouldn't buy out Leon Draisaitl.
No.
They just simply would not.
And they're not buying out Trent Frederick, and I don't think they're buying out Darnell Nurse.
Well, clearly not.
No.
No.
Not with those. Yeah. Not with those penalties to it.
All right. What did you think of the game last night?
Better effort. I thought they had the lead for the whole game basically until the 5-minute mark, and Nick Paul ended up tying it up. But I thought honestly it's a loss that they can build off of. We'll see if they actually do it or not. But they have a pretty good team in Florida tomorrow that will give them a good run for their money. So if they can show that they belong and they beat Florida tomorrow, it's two pretty good games you string together.
All right. And what's the longest or most memorable road trip you've ever been on? Driving, preferably.
My team and I, Bantam first year, drove down to Missoula, Montana for a hockey tournament. That was a 16-hour drive, I believe, something like that, on a bus, which was pretty cool. We ended up winning the tournament, thankfully, or else that would have been a pretty sad drive home. But they had like an outdoor rink that some of the tournament was ran on too. So our first game was on an outdoor rink. Our parents tailgated. It was pretty sweet. So
wow.
It was like probably my favorite hockey tournament I've ever been a part of.
All right, good stuff. Thanks for the blind rankings. Of course, that's the afternoon debate for the Edmonton Garrison Memorial Golf and Curling Club. You're working tomorrow for Hello Hockey and our pre- and post-game show.
Sure.
So get some rest tonight, buddy. It's going to be a big day.
Oh, I will.
All right, Luke Gazdic when we get back.
From the peg, Connor Hellebuck of the Jets is set to undergo a knee procedure. He'll miss 4 to 6 weeks. The 32-year-old has a .913 save percentage with an 8-6 record this season. 4 games on today's docket. Minnie and Pittsburgh go at it. Carolina and Winnipeg match up. The Bruins and Kings drop the puck, while the Hawks and Sabres clash. At home, it's the Pandas taking on the Golden Bears at 7 o'clock. Pandas 5-13 on the year, looking to snap a 4-game losing streak. And the PWHL season begins with a doubleheader. Vancouver and Seattle hit the ice at 8 o'clock, while the Frost and Scepters duke it out at 6. NFL news. Cincinnati's Joe Burrow is questionable for this weekend's game against New England. He's been sidelined since week 2 with a foot injury, being limited at practice today. NBA action. It's the Raptors and Wizards tipping off. Toronto 10-5 on the season, winners of 5 straight, while Washington is on a 12-game skid. Tip-off for that one goes at 5:30, having 8 other games around the association. Luke Gazdic checks in after the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The Oil Stream.
Who do you start? I'm trying to figure out why it wouldn't be Pickard.
I thought immediately with the way he was battling, how he performed, the result they got, unfortunately, 1 point instead of 2, I think you have to go back to him. And another thing that really does resonate, just Joaquin talking about Stu Skinner, he said he's broken.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Running your own small business takes courage, and as it grows, so does your team. That's why Alberta Blue Cross offers health, dental, life, disability, and wellness benefits designed for small businesses, because we know a healthy team means a thriving business. Join over 5,000 Alberta businesses who have chosen us to help their business grow and succeed. Alberta Blue Cross takes care of you and your employees, so you can take care of your business. Visit ab.bluecross.ca to find a plan that's right for you. At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino. Celebrate the holiday season with the Tenors' Joy to the World Tour at River Cree, December 19th. From timeless classics to fresh renditions of favorites, the Tenors arrive just in time for Christmas. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Oh, man, we got a lot to get to this afternoon. We're with you until 6 o'clock. Our Pasta Pantry Athlete of the Week is a local guy who's a member of the Grey Cup champion Saskatchewan Roughriders. We'll have Florida Panthers play-by-play voice Doug Plagens on the show. Former U of A Golden Bears football coach, now on the staff of the Saskatchewan Huskies, Jerry Friesen will join us. That was Jay's coach at the U of A. They are in the Vanier Cup tomorrow, so that'll be good. We got our words of the day for Edmonton Public Library. We got our NFL fantasy picks ahead. We have Name the Animal. Like, what don't we have? This is an incredible program. Oh, and we also have this guy who is one of my favorite people in the world to talk to, whether it's on the show or some off-air texts about a certain hockey team. We're going to the Oil Country Towing Video Hotline. Oil Country Towing, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 roadside rescue team. Fast, safe, and reliable for over 15 years. Whether it's game day or a snowstorm, we work as hard as your favorite team to get you going. Call 780-986-6088. Former Edmonton Oiler, now with Sportsnet. It's Luke Gazdic on the Reid Wilkins Show. Hello, Luke.
Oh, look at that hoodie. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
What's going on? Thanks for the kind words, Reid. Is my camera working today? Yes.
We see you. I was going to say we see you loud and clear, but that doesn't make any sense.
Thank you. Hey, I got to give you guys some props too. I owe you more than props, but I co-hosted some radio today. Today and Monday, I filled in for a sick Mike Fuda, the fan hockey show at noon. It's a 2-hour program. So I stepped in, I got the tap, and I co-hosted on Monday and Friday. It's live radio's no joke, boys. Like, even just like you have a guest on and trying to figure out who's asking the next question. And then I had some questions written, and like, you know, you only have so much time with the guests. So I want to get in the questions that I want to get, but you have to steer the conversation. And I don't know. It's like, it's tougher than I thought, man. Like, TV is no joke. It's just a little different in condensing your thoughts and having less time to talk. That's why I really do like the radio, because you kind of get to just go with your thoughts. But I never really hosted on that side before, and it was very cool. So you guys do a great job, and I kind of understand how hard it is from the other side. So,
well, thank you for saying that. I mean, this is the best job in the world. I'm thrilled every day that I get to do this for a living.
Getting to sit there and just chop it up about sports for a couple hours. Are you kidding me? What a blast!
It's not bad. Well, we tend to meander off sports a lot, as you know too.
Yeah. What do you got for me today?
The off-topic topic for William Huff. So, I put on my sheet, I put longest, but it can be also most memorable. We're kind of leaning towards something done in a vehicle, but for you, it could be a hockey road trip too, like with a lot of flights. Ooh. Longest / most memorable road trip you've ever taken.
Oh, I mean, I used to drive there and back from Austin, Texas. I did that 8 times. I did that for 4 years. So it's Dallas / Austin. Those were, you know what? I loved getting in the truck. I packed up my entire life and everything I had, my existence in a GMC Sierra, and went from Toronto to Texas. The most fun one was probably the first one. I had no idea what I was getting myself into. One of my best buddies from home here, I asked him if he wanted to come along for the ride. So we made a trip out of it. We might have stopped in Nashville about halfway, and stayed over there, and the last 10 hours the next day were an absolute nightmare. But it was cool going through state to state, through Kentucky to Oklahoma. Please do not ever go to Arkansas. It's like, sorry if anyone from Arkansas is listening, but there's nothing there. But those were really fun trips, man. Just getting in the car and going to play hockey and coming home for the season. They were awesome.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the map. That's quite a trek, I must say.
What is it? I'm going to say it was about 27 hours to Austin from Toronto, something like that. I usually did it in 2 days.
Wow.
It was good, man. Like, I remember the first time I didn't even have the Garmin yet. I had printed out MapQuest directions to get 27 hours. And I remember being in like Southwest Missouri at one point, going completely east. And I was like, I should be going south. I should not be driving east. I need to be heading south to Texas, and having a couple flip out moments. But those are fun times, figuring life out on your own without technology. It was a thing of beauty.
Luke, I just got to do this for you quick. This is for your outfit on Wednesday, as you were on the Sportsnet panel, rocking the light gray 3-piece suit. We saw you in here. When the Oilers game starts, sometimes it's into our show, so we watch it right here on the monitor, and we saw you and David Amber and the crew. You guys were eating popcorn, and it looked like a movie theater behind you. Was that like, hey, we're getting ready for the show? Was that because we couldn't hear, but you look fantastic. But what was it like eating popcorn live while you're broadcasting?
Well, first of all, I dusted like half the bag before we even got live. They gave it to us, and in like 2 minutes, I was starving. I usually don't eat before the show. I'll usually like eat dinner right after. But yeah, I think the concept was like, this is going to be a, great match. Get your popcorn ready. And for us, we're just standing in a green screen. I don't know if that's like giving it away, but we are clearly not standing in a movie theater. But I think it was like Ovi McDavid, get your popcorn ready. But I don't know. And then I started eating popcorn, and I didn't realize I was talking first. So then Dave looked at me, and I had like a mouthful of popcorn, and I'm like, this is a nightmare. But it was fun, man. Like, honestly, we tried so many different things there. Some things work, some things don't. And I got to eat, a bag of popcorn out of the deal. So there you go.
Luke Gazdic joining us on the Oil Country Towing video hotline. All right. Well, that game against Washington wasn't overly exciting unless you were a Capitals fan. I think I thought a more spirited and committed effort from the Oilers last night, even though they only got 1 point against the Tampa Bay Lightning. I guess my question for you, Luke, is how far is the gap between how the Oilers have generally been playing and how good they can play? Like, how far are they from their maximum? And I guess the reason I ask this is because as the season has gone on, I'm starting to lower in my own mind what I believe their maximum is.
I mean, I think there's another level. I know there's another level, but I should say too that it has just become so insanely evident that the difference between the best teams and the worst teams has shrunk so much. And on any given night, anybody can beat anybody. And yes, I do think there's a different level, but in the same way, looking at that, like if you don't bring your top effort, it doesn't matter if it's Washington or if it's the Buffalo Sabres, they're going to give it to you. And I think that's what, at the end of the day, why goaltending is under such scrutiny and under the microscope so much, because a good or bad goaltending performance can make the difference in a game. But they have more. And there's a couple things I don't love right now. And one of them is 11-7. And you talk about finding another level. I think it's tough to find another level going 11-7. And I understand that's for cap reasons and they have to, but you're talking about trying to build an identity. And like Chris Knobloch comes on the other day, it was 2 weeks ago, and someone asked like, what's the identity of this team? And I think he was clipped as saying, our identity is Leon and Connor, or starts with Leon and Connor. And people kind of ran with that. But then he kind of backtracks himself after that. But if you want to get away from the thinking that your identity is just Connor and Leon, you should be rolling 4 lines and having a wave of attack. And I just think it's so hard to get to the top level of your game when you're depending on 2 players so much every night. I've been through this on TV a couple times now, but Connor and Leon have never played more in their career. Connor's the only forward. He's literally the only forward in the top 50 of average ice time. Leon's 51st. They're playing 24 and 23 minutes. This is coming off of back-to-back Stanley Cup Final years with 4 nations last year, a condensed schedule heading into the Olympics, and another possible Stanley Cup run. So I just don't know where that's going to go. And I just think with the lineup the way it is now, they are really depending on 2 guys. And I do think it's more so that there's guys, I've told you this before, like I think there's just a number of guys that have another gear. And you know who a couple of those are. And if those guys start to hit it, then they can hit another gear because they're not where they need to be right now, especially defensively, like I told you about. They're just not where they need to be.
So you mentioned Knobloch there with going in 11-7, and you're right. There are some cap things there, and obviously Lazar and Philp are hurt, so his hands are a little bit tied. But when it comes to him as a coach, and Jay and I did a couple segments on this yesterday, and I look, his tenure is way more positive than negative overall. He just got a contract extension. I think it would take a lot for him to be dismissed. But if you were to look at Knobloch or maybe the coaching staff as a whole, what other than maybe overplaying Connor and Leon, what would your biggest criticism? Or is there somewhere maybe they have to step in where it doesn't appear that they're stepping in?
Just defensive awareness from their own red line in. I watched them tracking, and I don't want to say they look lost because these are all really good NHL hockey players, but and I don't even know which goal it was. I'm going to say it was number 2 or 3 from Washington where Podkolzin over back checks. And that sounds like a crazy term. I don't know if you've heard it too much or has it been thrown around, but he's working like a dog. Like his heart's in the right place, but he speeds back and he just goes to the puck. Like he's just chasing the puck when there's no communication. The D can just slide over and play it like a 2-on-2, and he just folds over. It's coming back in your own end, and 4 guys watching the puck while Ryan Leonard sneaks behind the other side and has 10 seconds of daylight before he gets a grade A look at the net. It's just straight defensive awareness for me. Their offensive game is pretty good. Once they get in the O-zone, they start buzzing. Like their forecheck's not outstanding right now, but once they get possession, they start playing with it a bit. They're a fairly creative team. It's just, you have to start from your own goal line out. And I don't know if that's something they haven't been working on. I also, we had Brendan Dillon on the show today, and we were asking about practice times because these guys are playing 4 nights a week. And Dill's said, he's like, I feel like we're either playing or we're traveling every day. He's like, I feel like I haven't seen my family. He's like, so I don't know. You guys are around it more, but I don't even know how much practice time they're actually getting in. But these are
none on this
guys.
trip. None on this trip.
You should be able. Yeah. These are conceptual things that you should be able to implement, on a daily, even in between, during games. And I'm not an expert here, man, but I just see a lack of defensive awareness. I love Jake Wallman, but he's pinching like crazy and no one's out. It's 2-on-1 and 3-on-2 after 3-on-2. It's odd man rush after odd man rush, and just defensive stuff like that is so easily fixable.
Okay. You mentioned communication, and I want to ask about that because I can tell you what it looks like from my view, but I can't really tell you what it sounds like between the players or how they're reading off each other. A good example for me was, I think, the 5th Buffalo goal. Hyman's chasing the guy behind the net, or Wallman's chasing the guy behind the net, and then leaves him, and then he starts coming out front, and you could see Lazar kind of like, oh, you're okay, I'll try to go. And then by that time, the puck's in the... should they actually be screaming at each other or have almost like football audible words? How do they improve that communication?
You can't hear it much from up top, but guys are always talking or should be talking. Just go, switch, whatever it is. But they look disconnected. And I think communication's a huge part of that and you do it in practice a ton. You play 3-on-3 low, 5-on-5 low. And it's just talking to each other. And this is my thing too, this is a fairly new team, right? What is there? 7 guys turned over. So I know you're not going to like this line, but I really do think it's going to take some time for them to figure each other out. Because after a while, you don't even have to talk to guys. You just know where a guy's going to go and where a guy's going to hold. But it just looks disconnected. And I think communication is a huge part of that. I don't think these guys don't like each other or anything or whatever it is. I just think it's a bunch of new guys trying to figure each other out, and it's bled into a quarter way of the season now.
Before we let you go, I don't know where you want to go with the bigger picture. I mean, it's not great for Canadian teams overall. I guess the Jets, but now Hellebuck's hurt. I mean, Montreal's been pretty good. I mean, Calgary is well out of it. Vancouver's not great. Who am I missing? Well, the Leafs are obviously.
Montreal's lost 7 of 8.
Well, true. So they've dropped off. Yeah.
They've been outscored by 17 in that span. They've lost 5 in a row. They cannot get a save. Vancouver is reeling. Calgary is reeling. Toronto is, boys, it is full panic mode here in this city. The Leafers are, if they don't get a win tomorrow in Montreal, I don't know what's going to happen here moving forward. The two teams that you have to give a ton of credit to is Winnipeg and Ottawa. Ottawa has an incredible young core. They've locked up every single guy but Batherson. They're strong down the middle. Jake Sanderson on the back end is a stud. If Linus Ullmark can make saves, that's a good hockey team. And then Winnipeg just does their thing. Winnipeg has ingrained a culture where it's well coached and they work their tails off. But you're right, for the most part. And for our network and Sportsnet, we would love as many Canadian teams to be making playoffs. Like, you want me to be doing Carolina, New York Islanders in the first round? Like, is that what we want to see? So for our hope, like, I would love all these teams to be playing better hockey. But you're right, the state of Canadian hockey in the NHL right now is hurting.
Luke, always a pleasure to have you on the show. You'll be on the Nielsen Show next week, back with us in a couple of weeks. Enjoy the Oilers and the Panthers tomorrow night as well. Great. The Glue Crew sweatshirt looks incredible. Enjoy some popcorn this evening, my friend. There it is again.
Thank you, guys. You guys rock. Talk soon.
Luke Gazdic checking in. That is the Oil Country Towing video hotline. Always love talking with Luke. Some good insight there. And like I always wonder about that. And he made a good point. Like, new teammates, new people, you have to figure them out. But when you're talking about NHL, highest level of hockey athletes, and it's like, well, they're not communicating. It's like, well, should you not just, even if you're with a new guy, should you not know, like, hey, like,
you should probably communicate more.
Yeah, that's true, and then figure out which works the best.
Because you don't have that, where you look at a guy and you know he's doing something because you've played with him, you have that experience. You probably should talk more.
Yeah,
and maybe that's we talked about it yesterday. This practice. I mean, 7 games in 11 days. And I mean, they've played the most games in the NHL up to right now. They're at 23 games played.
Yeah.
That is the most of any team in the NHL.
2/3 on the road, basically.
Most of them have been on the road.
Yeah.
This team has not had any time at home to practice and work on things. I think after this road trip, get a chance to settle down. I mean, what is it now? They have 3 games in 7 days.
Yeah, and then it's quiet. Next week's quiet.
Quiets down. They'll get some time on ice to work on some of that stuff in their own end. So I think this is going to be good for them. Hopefully they can go out and finish this road trip on a positive tomorrow.
All right. If you're taking us in on YouTube, remember to click that thumbs up button. We want to get to 100. We are over halfway there, but don't slow down. We're with you for another couple of hours. Let's soar past 100 if we can. We will get more on the Florida Panthers a little bit later on from Doug Plagens. He's the play-by-play voice of the Florida Panthers. We always love having him on the program. Jay's play of the day is coming up, plus the Oil Understood for GCL Diesel.
The Lock Shop.
Bad news for the Jets today, Huss. What's going on with your boy Helly, man?
Citywide panic attack live at 1 p.m. today on Winnipeg Sports Talk. Yeah, it sucks. The horses had to go into the shop for a bit. I mean, they said it's a minor procedure, but 4 to 6 weeks. Knowing Hellebuck, hopefully it'll be closer to 4. But I mean, if it's 6 weeks, we're talking about 20 games, like a quarter of the season.
That's huge.
The Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Looking for flooring? Paramount Flooring has it all. Sales, service, and expert installation with options for every style and budget. Open 7 days a week. We've got you covered. Quick delivery and in-stock deals. Plus, EST listeners get 10% off. Visit ParamountFlooring.ca today.
You've always known GCL Diesel as the experts in diesel fuel systems. But did you know that GCL is also your source for turbochargers and turbo repair? As a turbo supplier for Garrett, Borg Warner, and Holset, GCL can provide genuine original equipment turbos at wholesale prices. Whether it's diesel, gas, natural gas, or performance, we can provide you with the turbo or custom repair you require. Turbo questions? We've got turbo answers. Visit us in the West End or online at GCLDiesel.com. GCL Diesel, turbochargers understood.
Get ready for a feast like no other. 40-ounce steak night is back this November at the Canadian Brewhouse. Sink your teeth into a hand-cut 40-ounce ribeye with all the fixins for just $49.99. Tickets available now in-store or at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
Hi, Dennis from Weiss Johnson here, and we're excited to be partnering up with the Nielsen Show and have a special deal exclusive for Nielsen Show listeners. Get 10% off any new Trane furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump installation from now until the end of October. Bundle a furnace with an AC or heat pump and get 25% off the package price. Get your home comfort now for all seasons with Weiss Johnson and Trane. Trane, it's hard to stop a train. Visit wjsportstalk.com today.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
Nikolai Ehlers returns to Winnipeg as the Canes play the Jets. Winnipeg 12-7 on the year. Carolina 13-5-2 so far. Around the league, the Blackhawks battle the Sabres. The Penguins challenge the Wild while the Kings and Bruins meet for the late game. Tomorrow it's the Oilers and Panthers playing. Puck drop for that one tomorrow is at 5. Meanwhile, Connor Hellebuyck of the Jets is out 4 to 6 weeks as he's set to undergo a knee procedure. And back in Edmonton from the Claire Drake, the Pandas and Thunderbirds have a date. Puck drop at 7 o'clock. In the NFL, Lamar Jackson was off the Ravens injured report. He's good to go for this weekend's matchup against the Jets after being limited at practice with an ankle injury throughout the week. And Rashad Bateman for Baltimore will miss the game with an ankle issue. From the 6, the Raptors clash with the Wizards at 5:30. Toronto 10-5, second in the Eastern Conference. Well, Washington has lost their last 12 games. Tip off at 5:30 with 8 other games on tap around the association. In other news, the Blue Jays have tendered contracts to Dalton Varsho, Ernie Clement, Tyler Heineman, and Eric Lauer. They're able to negotiate contracts with the players through January 9th, and if they do not come to terms on a deal, they will be scheduled for an arbitration date to decide their 2026 contracts. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your Sports Update. Hour 2 of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
All right, appreciate you tuning in this afternoon, taking you into the weekend. Oilers play tomorrow at 5 on the road, end of the 7-game road trip against the Florida Panthers. 4 o'clock for the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show hosted by Tom Gazzola. He will be on after the game as well to break it down on the postgame show. And don't forget, tomorrow at 10 a.m. until noon, Tom Gazzola, Sean Bell with another great edition of Hello Hockey. He is Jay Milne. I'm Reid Wilkins, Edmonton Sports Talk presented by Play Alberta. Zachary Kubish is here as well. We've been munching on a variety of leftovers over the course of the day, which is very nice. Though we may all come back like looking, people on YouTube will be like, well, how do these guys gain so much weight in 4 days? Well, pizza and chips and sandwiches.
The worst,
pop,
the worst stuff.
Pop, beer, what else?
Because we weren't allowed to have a veggie tray. There's the veggie issue at last year's or 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah, I was not at that one. What it all went? Did it go rotten and stink, or what happened?
The broccoli smelled like a giant fart.
Oh no,
it was awful.
Yeah,
it was awful. It was embarrassing because everybody's having a conversation, and you're looking at someone. You're like, you really farted right now? You couldn't hold it for a minute. And then that person's looking at you thinking the same thing.
All right.
And Coop's having a hard-boiled egg.
Coop's eating a hard-boiled egg.
Talk about smells.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow, that's an aggressive move in an enclosed studio.
Coop, did you eat any of the leftovers today? You brought food.
Yes.
Coop brought food.
I was going to go bad at home. I needed to eat greens.
Well,
Greens on the pizza.
did we have any pizza with any sort of vegetable on them?
There was a veggie pizza.
There was a veggie pizza. Did it get eaten?
There's not much left.
Okay. I've been having the Great White North. It's pretty good. Remember to give us a thumbs up if you're watching us on YouTube. Subscribe to Edmonton Sports Talk as well. Follow us on X at YEG Sports Talk. Follow Jay at Jason Milne. Follow me at Reid Wilkins, REID Wilkins, like Dominique. All right, fun part of the show here.
It's Jay, it's play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
Presented by Play Alberta. You can skip the flight to Vegas because jackpots are just a tap away. Experience all the thrills of the casino right from your phone with Play Alberta. Download the app today and deposit $50 using the EST exclusive promo code EST Casino for a $50 casino bonus.
All right. Going to the hardwood tonight. Going to some NBA. We've got the in-season tournament. It's kicking off again tonight.
Oh, right.
So we put together a little
Didn't it start already?
It did. Sorry, it's
resuming.
Resuming.
Okay.
Good. Yes. Good.
Language good.
Language good. So Jay's play of the day. Look, I took some favorites, but when you put them all together, it shoots out a pretty decent number. Toronto Raptors, Cleveland Cavaliers, both heavy favorites.
Okay.
Then the Chicago Bulls and Dallas Mavericks, all four of these teams to win.
You got a four-leg
parlay, Reid.
Holy Moses.
Holy Moses.
Chet Palmer's brother-in-law is going to be all over that.
What?
That's
no
a big
way.
hit.
Toronto Raptors, Cleveland Cavaliers, Chicago Bulls, and Dallas Mavericks all to win. That has been boosted to plus 261. So head on over to playalberta.ca, click on sports, click on EST specials, and you'll find all of the plays there. And don't forget to use promo code EST50. Deposit 50, get a free $50 sports bet. That is operational. So that's promo code EST50, deposit 50, get a free $50 sports bet at playalberta.ca. And always remember to use your game sense.
It's Jay, it's play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
All right.
We got some off-topic items that came in.
Longest / most memorable road trip you've ever taken?
Adam in Quebec City. I wasn't always Adam in Quebec City. At one point, I was Adam in Edmonton.
Cool.
But in January 2021, I moved to Quebec City by car. It was an interesting experience because we were in the height of COVID, so I didn't stop and I didn't see a lot, and a lot wasn't open. I would love to do the trip across Canada, but stopping for tourist things again. Timber Woodsman says, 3 guys and I bought an 85 Dodge Caravan and drove to Mexico. Van made it there and back. We drove the coastline, surfing everywhere. We made it 7 hours south of Puerto Vallarta. Almost got murdered. Good times.
Oh, my goodness. Just slide in that in the last line.
But he said good times. And Chris in Alabama says, Reid, it's not a fart, it's a trouser cough.
Well, I didn't start talking about farts. You did.
Well, he's in Alabama. I don't know. Maybe he's not. Maybe he's listening and he thinks we're the same people.
Oh, maybe.
That happens a lot. I think
fine.
a lot of things that are said are just assumed that it's you.
Right.
That's fair. I hope you don't mind me speaking on your behalf, though.
No, not at all.
Okay.
Well, that'd be something to drive across Canada.
I'd love to do that.
Like have a plan to do that and not be rushed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I guess you might have to plan some hotels, but wouldn't it be cool to be like,
You wouldn't. Would you really have to, though? Like, if you weren't in, like, peak season, you could find a hotel.
Yeah, because even in a larger city, you could get a decent hotel.
Hotel, whatever.
Yeah, or the one you stayed at in Vegas.
Yeah, it's no longer there.
You got to check out by 8 a.m. It's being imploded in the morning.
Yeah.
Who's phoning me again? Quit phoning me.
Take it.
No, I'm not taking that one. Some weird number telling me I'm being arrested by the FBI or something like that. So the off-topic topic, longest or most memorable road trip you've ever taken?
Wow. Nolan from St. Albert wrote a book in the chat or in the inbox. When I moved from Houston back to Edmonton, I drove the full way and took the scenic route through New Mexico, Colorado, Wyoming, and Montana. Took my time and stopped whenever I wanted to sightsee. It was phenomenal. That's chapter 1. We'll keep
he's got
going.
a whole bunch.
He's got about 5
Oh, that's
texts
amazing.
here. So chapter 1 of Nolan from St. Albert's book, when I moved back from Houston, or when I moved back to Edmonton from Houston.
From Houston. Okay.
Sure, that was chapter 1.
That's pretty cool.
Well, should we go with chapter 2 right now?
Give chapter 2 now.
New Mexico and Wyoming are special. New Mexico is a typical Wild West / Radiator Springs desert vibe from the movie Cars. And Wyoming is so gorgeous, but completely empty. No tourists to deal with as you meander through the mountains.
Yeah.
Chapter 2.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll finish that book as we move along.
Remind me to go back to chapter 3.
We'll have to circle back to it.
Just a little teaser. Chapter 3 has to do with Colorado Springs and in a little Airbnb in the ranch in the middle of nowhere in New Mexico.
Oh, wow.
The tales of Nolan.
A chance for romance, perhaps?
Ooh, spicy.
Let's hope so.
Nolan, you got to write in a romantic piece here.
Yeah. By the way, you know what? We need some limericks today. Let's do a limerick on the spot.
Oh, I love this.
To inspire people, because the limericks, we love getting limericks from listeners. Let's get the creative juices flowing in. I'll do a limerick on the spot. Jay will give me a topic. Popcorn. All right. Oh, man, this is going to be hard. There once was a food that came from kernels. Popcorn. Not the one who sent chicken to kernels. Eaten during movies and consumed with smoothies. Luke Gazdic often has one during panels.
Oh, yes.
That was not great, but I give myself about a 3.5 out of 10 for that one.
Oh, no, that was good. On the spot, popcorn, I mean, what rhymes with corn?
Yeah, and then I thought I wanted to do kernels.
Corn,
and then, yeah.
Thorn.
Yeah. I guess I should have done corn as something to rhyme with. A lot more opportunities. But I try to challenge myself.
Pocahontas was a great movie.
Yeah. There it is. Give us the thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube, and you can email your limericks to Reid at EdmontonSportsTalk.com, Jay at EdmontonSportsTalk.com. It is the oil understood for GCL Diesel, providers of the best diesel engine components around, from turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors. They are the critical engine component experts, proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 years, and now a partner of Edmonton Sports Talk and the Reid Wilkins Show. GCL Diesel. Diesel. Understood. That was great to do the diesel pause with
Cam Kish
from GCL Diesel yesterday, which is pretty good. Box Pounder says your poetic license is now suspended. Yeah, probably. That wasn't very good. All right. Look, you gotta get wins. They need wins. But I was glad to see the effort last night. Now, they got outplayed as the game went on. I think there's no doubt that some fatigue set in. I mean, back-to-back, 6 games in 9 nights. But I thought even in the third, when they didn't have the puck a lot, they were at least putting in a defensive effort, like trying to get in the way, trying to disrupt passes, trying to block shots, not leaving guys open in front of the net. Unfortunately, a little bit of a breakdown and a good shot by Paul to tie the game. So the result was disappointing. I thought the effort was encouraging. But the flip side of that is, Jay, in the NHL, it shouldn't be exceptional to applaud effort. And with this year's Oilers team, it kind of is. I mean, that should be the baseline to play like that.
Well, that tells you a lot about the state of the team currently. That tells you everything you need to know. That fans are almost encouraged by last night's effort, although it ended up in heartbreaking fashion. You're up 1-0 with 2 minutes left, and you let the lead go away.
Right.
You snatch the jaws of victory from whatever, right? However you want to say that.
From the jaws of
victory. Defeat from the jaws of victory.
Yeah.
And you mentioned, and we were watching the game with all the our partners, and yes, you could see much more of a defensive effort. Like, wow, somebody was checking that person. That's incredible.
Right.
Wow. And then what happens on the last, the play that ties the game? Connor McDavid doesn't skate, doesn't try. I think a lot of times you're waiting to get that puck back and turn it over and be, I don't know, maybe be the hero. However you want to put it, but just skate and occupy that player, and that's a nothing play. That's a nothing play. So you're let down after a game where everybody was putting in their effort. The last 2 minutes, you lose focus, you lose whatever. I don't know. I mean, maybe he was gassed. I don't know, Reid. But it was just a tough way to finish that game, given that it was right there for the taking.
I thought Gourde made a really good play.
Sure.
Kind of the professional interference on Darnell Nurse just to disrupt how the Oilers were checking as well. But Pickard played very well. I mean, he made a couple of exceptional saves. And then, what can you say about the Vasilevsky stop in overtime? I mean, do you think it would have been disallowed? Gager thinks it would have been disallowed for goalie interference.
Reid, I've seen goals allowed, disallowed. I don't know. I mean, nobody knows because you don't know what's going to come down the pike from the command center or whatever. Right. I just, it's kind of poetic that Roslovic could have fanned on the shot and dribbled it along the ice, and it would have went in.
Been better, yeah.
Instead, he tries to elevate Vasilevsky. Yes, what can you say about that? Was incredible. Yeah. Lifts his pad to stop it, and then they go down and connect and finish the game.
Yeah.
I don't know, Reid, because you made a good point that he's entitled to fight for that puck.
Offensive players are allowed to go into the crease and fight for the puck and bump the goalie if they're going for the puck.
But
did Hyman make a play on the puck, though?
But would have that prevented Vasilevsky, obviously not, from stopping the puck? His actions, Zach Hyman's actions. Clearly it didn't. But if it went in, who knows?
Yeah, they may have looked at it.
I could see. I mean, they would have challenged it 100%.
Well, it would have got looked at automatically in overtime.
I guess so, overtime, right? But who's to say? Nobody knows.
Yeah. Florida tomorrow. We'll talk with Doug Plagens a little bit later on. He's the play-by-play voice for the Florida Panthers. They have several guys out. Obviously, Tkachuk and Barkov have been out most of the season. A couple of defensemen out. LaRoche Arena was a weird barbecue accident, so he's out for a little while. The Panthers are doing okay, kind of like the Oilers are, but that's the end of this very long road trip for the Edmonton Oilers. Okay, you can get in touch, 780-218-9999. Afternoon inbox presented by River Cree Resort and Casino, home of the Kitchen Restaurant. Sundays and Mondays, 50% off the entire menu. That's available Sundays and Mondays, 5 p.m. until close. You can jump in the nasty chat and chat with each other there. Give us a thumbs up if you're in there on YouTube as well. Email reid@edmontonsportstalk.com, jay@edmontonsportstalk.com. Jason Milne's going to catch up with an old coach when we get back.
Four games in the NHL today. Boston visits LA for 8:30 puck drop. Buffalo plays host to Chicago at 5. The Pens and Wild lace them up while the Canes and Jets battle at 6. From Edmonton, the 13-5 Pandas look to snap their 4-game skid with a win over the Thunderbirds. Puck drop for that one goes at 7 o'clock. Elsewhere, Season 3, the PWHL begins. Toronto and Minnesota play while the Torrent and Golden Eyes stir the pot. From Toronto, the Jays have tendered contracts to all 4 unsigned arbitration-eligible players: Dalton Varsho, Ernie Clement, Eric Lauer, and Tyler Heineman as the 4. The two parties can negotiate contracts through January 9th, but will face arbitration for their future deal if they can't reach an agreement. 9 games in the NBA. It's the Raptors and Wizards tipping off at 5:30. Toronto looking for 6 wins in a row. Elsewhere, we see Oklahoma City on the road in Utah, while Denver visits Houston. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc. Locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and surrounding area since 1993. They have doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff today at Windsor Plywood Leduc. The Reid Wilkins Show rolls on after the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Bruce Boudreau.
When you're a star like Leon or Connor, you want to play with guys that have that hockey IQ that can give and go, know where you're going to go, and feel comfortable with. And those guys are just hardworking guys. It's tough to put numbers up, and I think that's one of the reasons they're struggling. And I thought 5-on-5, they look very pedestrian, is the word I'm using today.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings 6 to 9. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
When you cater with Royal Pizza, you're getting the same great pizzas, pastas, and salads you love, just bigger and built for a crowd. Perfect for teams, offices, or parties, Royal Pizza's catering brings real value around $10 per person. Delicious, high quality, and easy. If you like their pastas, you'll love their catering pastas even more. Visit royalpizza.ca or contact your local store for exact pricing and details.
So come on home, Royal Pizza, still making it great.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino. Celebrate the holiday season with the Tenors. Joy to the World Tour at River Cree, December 19th. From timeless classics to fresh renditions of favorites, the Tenors arrive just in time for Christmas. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
Oh my goodness, Friday afternoon. Hope you're having a great one. Hope you have a great weekend ahead. Of course, Jason Milne, Reid Wilkins, and I. Or what am I, Jason? What did I just talk? I made it sound like I'm not myself. Jason Milne, Reid Wilkins. And then I said, and I. I am Reid Wilkins, I think. I'm very confused.
Yeah, it's Friday.
We are in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Taco Tuesday just leveled up at the Canadian Brewhouse. All day, $3.49 new tacos and quesadillas. After 4 p.m., sip on $5.99 margaritas, $2 off Corona tankards, and tequila shots starting at $5.99. Doug Plagens, Florida Panthers play-by-play voice, is coming up. Our athlete of the week has been celebrating a Grey Cup victory for several days. He's coming up in a few minutes. And right now, this is going to be really cool. It is time to get fired up for Gemco Fireplaces. This is going to be great. because this is an awesome connection for Jay. Gemco Fireplaces, proudly serving Edmonton and area for 45 years. The authorized dealer for Napoleon fireplaces. Whether it's gas or wood burning, look no further than Canadian-made Napoleon fireplaces. All the Napoleon products you need, available at Gemco, 9281 50th Street.
All right, I'm super excited to check in with this fella. This is a great man. A person I would say taught me a lot in life. And I have a great deal of respect for him. This is my former coach at the Golden Bears, now current defensive line for the dreaded Saskatchewan Huskies. I know you won't mind me saying that, Coach, but this is Jerry Friesen joining us here on the Reid Wilkins Show. Coach, how are you doing and where are you right now?
Jay Milne, it's a pleasure to be here. This is awesome. Thank you for that. We just finished our walkthrough and we're back at the hotel. And we're just trying to take care of a few of the details. So looking forward to it.
So you were on the eve of the Vanier Cup. Congrats on being there. You're in Regina right now, looking for the 4th Vanier Cup in team history. Look, this team had a 7-1 record in the Canada West. They won the Mitchell Bowl over Queens. Now you're facing Montreal in the Vanier Cup. Knowing that, you know where the Vanier Cup's going to be played at the start of the season, right? Knowing that it was just down the Yellowhead from Saskatoon being played in Regina, was that a little bit of extra fuel for the whole entire Huskies football organization?
Actually, yes. Jay, that's a great way of putting it. And way back in training camp, Coach Flory put up on the board and went through the whole schedule, and then it was home. Okay, here's the facts now. I mean, we've been at home since our game against BC, which was after Thanksgiving in October.
So you played every home, yeah.
We've been at home for the last 5 weeks, and that was discussed way back in August, where we went, you know what? Here's the pathway. This is what we've got to do. Home, and it's away, but it's down the road. And we couldn't have asked for, a better setup, as we're preparing for tomorrow's challenge.
Well, I know this team has suffered dealt with quite a bit of adversity as your starting 4th-year quarterback, Anton Amundrud, was ill after the 5th week of the season, and eventually it was found that he's diagnosed with lymphoma. How have you, the other coaches, the players, how have you coped with the loss of this, the quarterback? He's the leader of the team.
Absolutely.
How have you guys been able to deal with that, Coach?
Jay, it's been, it's I don't know how all of these pieces are coming together and all of it ends up lining up. But you look at it, you go, Anton was on a huge run. I mean, he was top in Canada West. He was top in 1, 2, 3 of Canada. And he was having a really outstanding run at, the best quarterback in Canada. Well, just before the bye, he wasn't feeling well. You just go through the stages. You better get checked out, doctor, make sure. And boy, it was a eye opener, but it was also a gut puncher, where you just ended up sitting down and just going, oh, wow. You know what? But Anton, just the character, he is a fighter. So we all knew that he's going to do his best. We're going to back him up. And, we just said, hey, we were on this pathway. And at that point in time, Anton had to jump off that journey. You know what? But we're still on the journey. Okay, everybody pick up the pace. Everybody do their job. Make sure that we get together and make sure that we don't lose the objective of getting to the final.
Very well said, Coach. I wouldn't expect anything other. Montreal, the Carabin. I met Doug McLean. He's a local broadcaster here that calls a lot of Bears games. You would remember Doug McLean.
Yeah.
He could pronounce Le Carabin so eloquently. I'm sure I butchered it, but hey, that's who you're facing tomorrow. This is the big game. This is it. This is the journey. This is it. This is the end of the journey. What challenges did the Montreal Carabin present to the Saskatchewan Huskies?
Yeah. Jay, the challenge that Montreal brings, you take a look at their conference. They're playing Laval. Laval is always in the final, in the semifinal. So when we worked our way down this journey, Montreal was always going to be there somewhere, sometime. They are a very, very good football team. And when they go out and in their conference, they've got great teams like Laval, McGill, Concordia. They had some challenges along the way, but they battled through it. We had some challenges along our way. We battled through it. And it's going to come to a head on tomorrow at 1:00. And they have a very good, their quarterback just yesterday night got the Rookie of the Year. And here's Pepe, doing a great job with their offense. And it's going to be a challenge for us. And I wouldn't expect it anything else. This is the final. So we're going to end up against a really good football team.
Jerry Friesen joining us on the Oil Country Towing Video Hotline. Jerry, Reid Wilkins here. Thanks for hopping on the show. I got a couple for you. I'm going to kind of start bigger picture than what you're doing this weekend, if you don't mind. You've been around the Canadian game a long time. I want to know about your reaction to the CFL rule changes. Will they, should they trickle down to the U Sports level? What are you thinking about that stuff?
I think that we talked about it as a coaching staff and what benefits or what is there that we could grab. And I think the biggest thing that's going to end up happening right across the board is the challenges that are going to be set, whether it's U Sport or community football, is the facilities. Are they going to move the goalposts? Are we all going to move the goalposts? Are we all going to change that? Are we going to change the length of the field? Okay. I had an opportunity to coach in BC, and in BC, the high school is playing American football. They play on American fields. So it's one of those things where we go, okay, which field are we playing on? Is it going to be a U Sport field? Is it going to be a CFL field? Or is it going to be an American field? Okay. And you have those opportunities, or whichever way you're going, you can use those fields. Some of the rules I think are going to be a state of progress. We have to move along, and I like some of them. And then there are some things that are going to be a challenge, and it may take time to implement it. And that's going to be the challenge in the big picture with all of the football.
Jerry, I've known Jay Milne about a year and a half. He's a very modest man, but he does slip into conversation. I hit pretty hard, I was in really good shape, I had several dozen interceptions, You coach this guy. What's the true tale of Mr. Milne's Golden Bears exploits?
Jay Milne, he was one of those guys that even though he didn't meet all the physical components, he was wired to play football. So he sure leaned on that a lot. And he was a leader on the field, and it was great to have that connection. And Jay being on the field and being the voice of what we wanted to get done, outstanding. Really enjoyed it. And he is an outstanding gentleman.
Well, I'm with you there for sure. This was awesome to catch up with you. It was great for me just to listen to you and Jay talk. I didn't play anything Golden Bears, but I went to the U of A and I broadcast some stuff along this. So it's hard for me to say this to a Saskatchewan Husky, but I will say it. Good luck in the Vanier Cup.
Oh, well, we've got a big hill to climb tomorrow. I'll just say that. And it's going to be something that we've been looking forward to.
Go get them tomorrow, Coach, because that would be the Saskatchewan three-peat. That would be the Hilltops, the Roughriders, and the Huskies all winning their respective football championships. So go get it done.
Jay, Milne, it's a pleasure, and we are going to we're going to go work hard.
Okay, right on. Thanks, Jerry. That's awesome stuff. Jerry Friesen, defensive line coach with the Saskatchewan Huskies, U of A head coach when Jay Milne played. So how did he recruit you? What's the tale there?
Yeah, so he took there was a few of us Wildcats because our Wildcats team was strong at the time.
Okay.
Actually, our next guest coming up, former Wildcat as well, and a former Bear. So funny how that all works. But he took some of us Wildcats out that he knew wanted to move on to the university level for football and school. So Jared Winkle, Steve Boyko, myself, he took us to Chili's. Chili's on 34th Avenue, Calgary Trail. Because one of our coaches, actually the late Jerry Inglis, rest in peace, Jerry. He just passed this, a month and a half ago. He owned all the Chili's in Western Canada and was on the coaching staff. So that's where Jerry would take the recruits because supper was free. So yeah, he took a group of us there and then went for a secondary visit with my parents. No, Jerry's honestly, that you guys all got the sense of what he is and who he is. That's who he is.
Yeah.
He's just a lovable, likable. He'll tune you in, though. He'll tell you when you're screwing up.
Right.
But he's able to turn that around pretty quick and pump your tires again.
He seemed to think highly of your mental game and your intensity.
Well, that's all I had. I wasn't a guy I'm serious. I wasn't a guy that worked out. I wasn't a guy that he's still listening.
He's still listening.
Yeah, I can see you, Coach. And he's laughing because I didn't do, that's why he said on the field. And he's right because it's true. I was not a guy that would, I was there for all the team runs. We used to do the runs in the morning at 7 a.m. Sometimes I'd come straight from working at the bar the night before, and I'm sure he knew that. But working out we had a hard time. We had a difficult relationship. But I had a good mindset. I could read the game.
Yeah.
And as a safety, that's a very important skill to have. And I did like to hit people.
That'll be a fun game tomorrow. There's been some great Vanier Cups over the years. So Montreal and Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan just won the Grey Cup. We got a member of that team next as our athlete of the week. Of course, Edmonton Sports Talk presented by Play Alberta, your home for online gaming excitement, featuring casino games, live dealer action, lottery, instance, and sports betting. Now with the new Play Alberta app, you can take the fun with you anywhere. Download the app or sign up today, playalberta.ca. Here's Zach.
Four games on the NHL slate. Pittsburgh and Minnesota match up. Carolina and Winnipeg go at it. The Bruins and Kings drop the puck while the Hawks and Sabres clash. And at home, it's the Pandas taking on the UBC Thunderbirds at 7. Pandas 5-13 on the year, looking to snap a 4-game slide. In NFL news, Cincinnati's Joe Burrow is questionable for this weekend's game against New England. He's been sidelined since week 2 with a foot injury, being limited at practice today. Out east, the Jays have tendered contracts to Dalton Varsho, Ernie Clement, Tyler Heineman, and Eric Lauer. All 4 players are eligible for arbitration, with each player open for negotiations with the club through January 6th. If no deal is reached, they'll have an arbitration date scheduled for their 2026 contracts. NBA action, the Raptors and Wizards tip off. Toronto 10-5 on the season, winners of 5 in a row, with Washington on a 12-game skid. Tip off for that one is at 5:30, with 8 other games going on around the NBA. The Reid Wilkins Show continues after a brief pause. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The EST Hangout.
I can validate that you are genuinely unaffected.
Actually, I was out with Tube Socks yesterday for some drinks. I'm not going to lie, we were at Mr. Mike's on St. Albert Trail, and I let out a very loud laugh when the Oilers gave that first goal. Because I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
The fact that it was 2 minutes and
17 seconds.
17 seconds.
The
in.
EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Sentinel Storage is proud to partner with Toy Mountain in support of Big Brothers Big Sisters Boys and Girls Club. Between now and December 19th, drop off a new unwrapped toy at a Sentinel Storage near you and bring a smile to a child this holiday season.
Hockey is heating up, and so is the excitement on Play Alberta. With casino winners every hour, jackpots worth millions, and revenue that stays in the province, there's never been a better time to sign up. Right now, our listeners can score a $50 free bet when they make a minimum $50 deposit with code EST50. That's code EST50 for a $50 free bet. Start playing with your game sense today to find out if you're Alberta's next winner. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, please use your game sense.
EST Afternoons.
Oilers, they played pretty good last night. What else can we say?
It was a shocking start to the game. Let's just
Who are those guys?
Who's that number 10? And where'd that shot come from? They finally came out with some jump.
They finally defended. 9 times out of 10, Roslovic buries that. Let's be honest. Now, in saying that, it's probably called off because Zach Hyman's literally laying on top of that.
EST Afternoons, weekday afternoons 1 to 3, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Where holiday cheer meets great beer. This season, celebrate at the Canadian Brewhouse. From plated dinners and festive buffets to casual pub-style parties, we've got the perfect space for your crew. Book your holiday party today at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
The Oil Stream.
Who do you start? I'm trying to figure out why it wouldn't be Pickard.
I thought immediately with the way he was battling, how he performed, the result they got, unfortunately, 1 point instead of 2, I think you have to go back to him. And another thing that really does resonate, just Joaquin talking about Stu Skinner, he said he's broken.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
So here's what I can tell you. We're with you until 6 o'clock. Tomorrow on Edmonton Sports Talk, 10 a.m., Hello Hockey with Gazzola and Belzy. 4 o'clock, Gazzola's back to work. GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. Oilers play the Panthers at 5. More to preview that game coming up at the top of the hour. And then Tom will be on after the game tomorrow night to break it down as the Oilers finally end this 7-game road trip. We have a limerick here from Velociraptor Montenegro, VR Montenegro. When I hear popcorn, my heart begins to flutter, that distinctive popping akin to a stutter. Wondrous corny perfume I voraciously consume, because when it comes to great snacks, there's none butter. Ooh, that is good, Mr. Montenegro.
That's got to go there,
Very
right?
good. That's got to go in the folder, maybe.
Okay, it's going.
Limerick of the year. Yeah, send us your limericks. Email Reid at edmontonsportstalk.com, Jay at edmontonsportstalk.com. That's where also you can email your nominations for the Pasta Pantry Athlete of the Week, though this guy we came up with ourselves. Pasta Pantry, of course, presenting the Athlete of the Week. For over 30 years in Sherwood Park, Pasta Pantry serving hot, delicious comfort food made right in their kitchen. They do it fast so you can slow down. They're a family. When you go to Pasta Pantry, you're one of them. Check out Pasta Pantry in Sherwood Park, your home of the pregame meal. Like my co-host, Jason Milne, this guy's a former U of A Golden Bears football player. And a few days ago, he was part of a team that won a fairly significant game. It is 2025 Grey Cup champion, safety for the Saskatchewan Roughriders, Jayden Dalke on the show. Jayden, it's Reid and Jay. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you guys?
Doing well. It's great to talk to you again. I think you were on my previous show at another station a few years ago, so congratulations. What have you been up to the last few days?
Well, I've been hanging out with my teammates, celebrating. The parade was awesome. Thankfully, my a bunch of my family members all traveled out for the Winnipeg game, and they came back, so they were able to stay for the Monday night and then the parade on Tuesday. So I got to hang out with all of them as well. And then now, trying to figure out how to get everything back home and get back to Alberta.
Well, and that is something that Reid and I love to do is focus on local athletes that have come from this area to do great things, which you obviously have, winning the Grey Cup. I mean, that must have been a tremendous feeling. But for those that maybe don't know as much, tell us about your football journey, which I believe would have began in for the Leduc Ticats of the Leduc Minor Football Association. That's correct, right?
Yeah, I think we went Bobcats and then eventually got into Ticats. So I started when I was 8 years old. 7 going on to 8, and then worked my way all the way through Leduc minor football, and we had midget football, which was Ticats, I believe, and went to high school Leduc comp. And somebody recently just asked me, I think it was one of our media people at Saskatchewan, and they're like, how crazy is it that you've won a championship? And I was like, it's been an equal amount of a drought for me, because in grade 11 we won cities, and that was the last championship I had for football wise. So that was also 12 years ago. So I thought it was pretty cool that then after high school I took a year off, and I just basically went and worked, and I unofficially hung up my cleats. And thank you to one of my drama teachers at Leduc Composite High School, who had connections to the Wildcats, Darcy, and New Darcy Park, Jim Nerbeski. His son played as a fullback, and he got me a spot as a walk-on for fall in when would that be? 2016, I believe. And then, played all 4 years, aged out, and then got offered to go to U of A. So went to U of A until I got drafted in 22.
See, that's surprising to me, because I obviously followed you when you were playing here at Edmonton quite closely. And at every step of the way, you were one of the best players on the team, certainly the best, one of the top players on the defense and in the country. So you were seriously considering not continuing on with football?
Well, I actually had no offers anywhere coming out of high school, so there was no route for me coming out of high school, and just like my little brother and I, we both were very late bloomers. I did play a part on the high school team that won the championship, but honestly, I feel like I was a little bit overshadowed, and went to U18 tryouts and never really made it anywhere. And eventually I just I hit my growth spurt, because by the time I was in grade 10, I was 5'6" and 110 pounds playing corner. And by the time I graduated, I was 5'11" and about 170 pounds, and I was playing free safety. And then over that next year, I went and experienced trade working out of town in Fort Mac. And if you're working out of town, you got nothing else to do besides work 12 hours. You get fed, and you get to focus on working out. So all of a sudden, when I got to the Cats, I was just about 6'2" and 205 pounds. So I had a different build that I got to experience football with, and so I got to really hone my skills at junior level, and then got a lot of playing time, fortunately, and worked on my craft throughout the next 7 years. So I definitely think that helped.
Well, I certainly understand what you're talking about. I graduated at 5'10", 165 pounds. So I matured a lot while I was playing with the Wildcats as well. I wanted to ask you, and next time you see Coach Jim from the Leduc Tigers, I think the beers are on you next time for sure. You're born and raised in Edmonton, well, an area. You know how crazed fans are here. You know, the next time the Oilers would win the Stanley Cup, what that would do to this city. Is it a fair comparison to say that that's what it's like in the streets of Regina after you guys brought back home the Grey Cup on Sunday?
Oh, 100%. I think it all comes down to like being a numbers game. You know, like I think Edmonton has about almost like 4 times the population. So the amount of people that we had show up was honestly more than I expected, significant, because I know that people travel from all over the province for game day weekends at home, and that's when you get those sold out crowds. And even with it being a school day when we had it, I saw so many kids with signs being like, I got to skip school for this. Like everybody's so proud, and everybody's just like willing to sacrifice that amount of time to come show their support. And yeah, no riots or anything, which is perfect. I don't mind that. But yeah, like I definitely think that even this last off season, I rushed home to watch the Oilers play in Game 7 just so I could be with my friends in Leduc, and then watch them not be able to get through a sea of red for the defense, but for Florida. But it was like something important to me too, to be a part of that if it were to happen. So yeah, I definitely think that it's comparable.
I like how you put that. That's really cool. Jayden Dalke joining us on the Oil Country Towing Video Hotline. He's our Pasta Pantry Athlete of the Week. I got to ask you this about the game. What did you think when Montreal fumbles on your goal line to preserve your 8-point lead? Like, what's going through your mind for leading up to that play, and then when you guys win that play?
Yeah, I just recently talked to somebody who I worked very closely with in the off season and leading up to starting my university career. He was a guy that I worked with throughout like my construction career, carpentry career, and he's been saying since I started that, you know, jokingly, like he's the reason I'm here, like him pushing me and everything like that. You know, he's just like, and I know I theoretically have nothing to do with it, but I just like to know that I'm supporting you. And I always get a giggle out of that, but he's like, but we did say like years ago that you have to win 5. Did you ever think that you weren't going to win one? And looking back on it while I was talking with him, I think this year there was all signs pointing to it, and this was one of the most confident I've been going into a game. Like when we got to Winnipeg, the way we prepared, the types of conversations we were having in meetings, and then the output that we were, like just the caliber that we were practicing at. I thought I didn't waver throughout the game. So was I happy that they fumbled? Yeah. Was I surprised? Not overly. I thought that either way, if they scored, I thought we were going to respond. I didn't think that we were going to walk out of there with our heads buried, you know?
All right. And before we left, maybe you mentioned it off the top. Are you back in Leduc now? Or are you still coming back? What's going on here over the winter for you?
I'll be back. I got another semester at U of A. You know, I started late, and I've only been able to pick away about 1 semester of courses. So over the past few off seasons, I've been chipping away at my Bachelor's of Commerce, because after this year, I should be all graduated and have my degree. So I'll be back training and going to school at U of A. So I'll be back within the next week and a bit.
Okay, good stuff. Well, I guess I kind of got to say this. Like, part of me is pained to congratulate a Saskatchewan Roughrider on the Grey Cup, but you're a great local story. You're definitely a success story. We've been doing the Pasta Pantry Athlete of the Week for over 6 months now. I think you're the first person who is a professional, but nonetheless, you can go to Pasta Pantry in Sherwood Park and get some free pasta because you're the Pasta Pantry Athlete of the Week. So that's pretty cool.
Fantastic. My girlfriend's going to love to hear that.
Okay, good stuff. We'll be in touch, Jayden. Congratulations again. Thanks for making time for us.
Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it.
Jayden Dalke checking in from the Saskatchewan Roughriders, local product, told his story, talked a bit about winning the Grey Cup, the big play in the game, the vibe in Regina this week. I mean, he is a local success story. We love celebrating that. It is pretty cool to have a Grey Cup champ as our Athlete of the Week to add to the long list that we've had. And I loved his answer about that play. He was like, the confidence the Riders had. And he's obviously an Oilers fan too. The team that, like, who I can't remember who said it, but are you expecting to win or are you waiting to lose?
Right. Yep.
You got to have talent. You got to have other things, but
the fate was sealed.
The Riders, like, if you listen to what he was saying, the team in green and white on Sunday, it was never in their minds that they were leaving that stadium without the Grey Cup.
Fantastic.
And as he said, I mean, that was a huge play. Montreal still would have needed a 2-point convert, and then Saskatchewan's got over 2 minutes to win the game, but they just kind of knew they were going to do it. He's a great story.
And a special thank you to Ariel Zur, Director of Communications with the Roughriders. She set all this up. Fantastic to deal with. That's the beauty of the CFL.
Yeah.
It really is.
That's the Pasta Pantry Athlete of the Week. Okay, we'll do the 5 o'clock break now because our next guest is set to go at the top of the hour. Doug Plagens, Florida Panthers play-by-play voice when we get back.
2 guys and a goalie.
People were going nuts, and rightfully so. There must have been 20 people in the nasty chat that were all like, well, Colorado traded 2 goalies last year. You can change both your goalies. Okay, A, this is not Colorado. B, this is not last year. C, those same 2 goalies aren't available. D, provide me an example where you could right now move for 1 goalie.
2 guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
Hi, Dennis from Weiss Johnson here, and we're excited to be partnering up with the Nielsen Show and have a special deal exclusive for Nielsen Show listeners. Get 10% off any new Trane furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump installation from now until the end of October. Bundle a furnace with an AC or heat pump and get 25% off the package price. Get your home comfort now for all seasons with Weiss Johnson and Trane. Trane, it's hard to stop a train. Visit WJSportstalk.com today.
From the first time on skates to wearing a special jersey passed down through generations, Sentinel Storage is here for you. Store your sports gear to create space for all life's adventures. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca. Proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers.
Running your own small business takes courage, and as it grows, so does your team. That's why Alberta Blue Cross offers health, dental, life, disability, and wellness benefits designed for small businesses, because we know a healthy team means a thriving business. Join over 5,000 Alberta businesses who have chosen us to help their business grow and succeed. Alberta Blue Cross takes care of you and your employees, so you can take care of your business. Visit ab.bluecross.ca to find a plan that's right for you.
At Mind 360, we invite you to embark on your mental health journey in a safe and comfortable space. Conveniently located in St. Albert, Mind 360 has a diverse team of experienced clinicians that offer a broad range of tailored services for children, adults, and families. Furthermore, we are very proud to serve our military, veterans, and first responders. If you're looking for counseling, treatment, or assessment, understand that you are not alone. Contact Mind 360 at mind360.ca to book an appointment today.
Two games are about to get underway in the NHL. Blackhawks and Sabres to joust while the Wild and Penguins hit the ice. After that, the Hurricanes dropped the puck against the Jets while Boston hits the ice in L.A. From the Claire Drake, the Pandas and Thunderbirds have a date. Puck drop for that one is at 7 o'clock. Pandas 5-13 on the season, looking to snap a 4-game losing streak. NFL news, Lamar Jackson was off of the Ravens injury report. He's good to go this weekend against the Jets after being limited at practice with an ankle injury throughout the week. And Rashad Bateman from Baltimore will miss the game with an ankle issue. From the 6, it's the Raptors clashing with the Wizards at 5:30. Toronto 10-5, second in the Eastern Conference. Washington losing their last 12 games. In other news, the Blue Jays have tendered contracts to Dalton Varsho, Ernie Clement, Tyler Heineman, and Eric Lauer. They have until January 6th to agree to a contract with the Jays. They will head to arbitration for their 2026 contract if no deal is signed. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your Sports Update. Hour 3 of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
All right, the Edmonton Oilers have called up Connor Clattenburg from the Bakersfield Condors. Noah Philp has been placed on long-term injured reserve. So Clattenburg maybe he plays tomorrow. Maybe he makes his NHL debut. Clattenburg, what did I say about him? He plays like his last name sounds. Yeah. With the Condors this season in the American Hockey League, 15 games, 2 points, 1 goal, 1 assist, 59 penalty minutes. And he's -5. Last year with Flint in the OHL, 108 penalty minutes in 46 games to go along with 35 points. 6'2", 205. Oilers 160th overall pick, 5th round in 2024. 20 years of age, doesn't turn 21 until May. So a young guy plays a very specific way.
I just want to read a quick clip. This is from 2 days ago from the Hockey News. Connor Clattenburg spent 26 minutes in the penalty box Saturday night, 2 fights, a 10-minute misconduct, and enough chippy play to make Coachella Valley want to send him a bill for emotional damage. The Bakersfield Condors won 6-3. Clattenburg didn't score. He didn't set up a goal. He did exactly what he's supposed to do. And that's the story.
And he's the type of player the Oilers need. What do we say? Play with some jam?
You liked him in preseason.
Well, he plays a loud game. Yeah. Now, coming up to do this in the NHL against the Florida Panthers, if he plays tomorrow, could be difficult. But again, let's see what we can do. It's, the Condors. You could have called up Quinn Hudson. He's got 15 points in 15 games. He's the leading scorer. Rem Pitlick has 14 points, right? Seth Griffith, longtime farmhand, has 12 points. So this is the Oilers recognizing that they're missing someone with a particular set of skills. What's the line from Taken? Something like that. And Clattenburg has that against a team that ultimately kind of bullied the Oilers as the Stanley Cup Final went on last year. I don't think that would apply to the previous Stanley Cup Final, but it would probably apply to the last one. So we'll see if he gets in there and if he goes and does his thing against the Panthers and makes himself noticed. Interesting call-up.
Very.
And tough for Philp to go on long-term injured reserve, because when Knobloch first announced the injury, he said that Philp and Lazar hopefully would be back basically, within a week or so. So anyway, there it is. Some people have been calling for him to be called up, so it's happening. Let's bring in our Voices of the Game segment. Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated since 1993. We're more than just plywood. We offer everything from doors and flooring to decking, fencing, and custom millwork with a huge selection of hardwoods and knowledgeable staff. We're here for all your DIY needs. Windsor Plywood Leduc, the experts you need to know. Play-by-play voice of the Florida Panthers. It's our buddy Doug Plagens checking in. Doug, it's Reid and Jay. How are you doing?
Doing great. How are you guys? Thanks for having me.
Well, we appreciate you making time for us on what is Friday night at 7 o'clock Eastern time. So hopefully you have more exciting things ahead this evening. I'm going to dive right in with you. Can you outline the Florida Panthers injuries?
So just where we are right now as far as that's concerned, obviously you've got Matthew Tkachuk, Alexander Barkov out of the lineup. Jonah Gadjevich is going to be out for the next couple of months. Dmitry Kulikov, we found out on it would have been mid-October when the Panthers were on their first road trip of the season, that was going to be about 5 months for his injury. Eetu Luostarinen is week to week at this point in time. Tomas Nosek is going to be out. He hasn't played yet this season, but he's going to be out for, I'd say, probably, it sounds like another few months. And then you've got Cole Schwint recently had an injury. He's going to be about 3 months. So that's where they are right now. But that being said, for a lot of teams out there, if you were to just lose somebody like a Barkov or a Tkachuk, that could be just the end of it for a lot of teams out there. You throw the rest of it on top of it, it just speaks to the kind of roster and organizational depth that Bill Zito's put together here and the system that Paul Maurice has in place, because this team has still managed to play winning hockey, and they're on a good little run here lately. They've been really happy about their game the last few weeks. And they've got themselves, right in the thick of it in the Atlantic Division and the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, well, you mentioned the recent play. I mean, I'll just break it down by month, though I know you can probably find other demarcation points. But, a mediocre October, 5-5-1, 6-3 in November, including wins in 4 of the last 5. And what stands out to me, Doug, now there's probably more to it than this, but they scored 6 goals against the Capitals and 8 against the Canucks a few days ago.
Yeah, the offense has really been clicking, but they've shown the ability to win different kinds of games. I mean, look, last night against New Jersey, Sam Reinhart's first period goal ended up being all she wrote in that one. It was a 1-0 final score. Sergei Bobrovsky was outstanding, and they played strong defensive style when they needed to. So they've had the ability to win different looking games despite all those players being out. But you mentioned that little stretch they had, their first road trip of the season, that one back in October. It came, right at that point, the Barkov injury news was still pretty fresh at that point, and they had just gotten the news about Kulikov being out long term, and there was, maybe some trying to evolve their game. They weren't crazy with how their game looked and how that road trip went. But like I said, they've been really happy with the way things have looked the last 10 or so games. And what's been really important too for this team is when they got back home, they played the end of that last road trip. They got a win in Vegas. They came back home to play Washington. That would have been a week ago tonight. And for that game, that was the start of a string of 11 of 12 on home ice. So they were really liking the direction their game was going, and it coincided with getting back home for a pretty lengthy period of time here. And since they've gotten back home, they've won 3 out of 4. And like I said, they've been doing it a handful of different ways. And the biggest thing with this Panthers team, what's really been impressive, Paul Maurice has always used this phrase really since he got here, but he's big on the game looking a certain way. And, as long as the game looks the way that it's supposed to, if they play well, the game looks the way it needs to, they can deal with a loss here and there and things like that, as long as things are trending the direction that they want it to. Even with all those players out of the lineup, the game has looked like Panthers hockey, which is again, just speaks volumes to, like I said, the system that's in place here.
Doug Plagens joining us on the Oil Country Towing Hotline. He does the play-by-play for the Panthers, and of course, Oilers-Panthers tomorrow at 5. Our coverage is going to start with the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show at 4. You mentioned this homestand for Florida, and I was looking at the schedule, Doug, and for an Eastern Conference team, the Panthers have a Western Conference style schedule because they have some longer homestands and also some longer, this is kind of a home-heavy stretch for you guys. I think in January you have a long road trip home for 1, and then you're away for 3 or 4 more. I think that's worth pointing out because a lot of times, in this part of the world, we're like, oh yeah, Boston, New York, they never have to travel. But this is a Panthers team. Like when you guys are away, some of the trips can be pretty lengthy, can't they?
Yeah, I think maybe across the continent, people kind of forget it. I think in all sports, you kind of think of the Eastern-based teams having a little bit friendlier travel schedule, and that might be the case for teams that play, in the Mid-Atlantic, the Northeast, some of the Midwest-based teams, things like that. But the Panthers are kind of in a similar boat as, Edmonton, Vancouver, Seattle, teams like that when it comes to travel. I mean, for the Panthers, every time they get on the plane, unless it's a flight to Tampa, I mean, even a flight from Fort Lauderdale to Raleigh is still a couple hours. I mean, there's, Nashville's not even in the Eastern Conference, and that trip's coming up on Monday. The Panthers go to Nashville for one game. That's one of the Panthers' shortest trips, and they only get to do that one time a year because Nashville's in the Western Conference. So I think maybe that does get overlooked quite a bit. But the Panthers, as far as the travel goes, they log a lot of miles on the plane in comparison, especially to a lot of the Eastern Conference teams. But and you mentioned it there too, the Panthers have only had 2 road trips this season. It just so happens that both of them have been over a week long when they've had those road trips. So maybe it's a product of it being an Olympic year and a lot of the schedule being condensed and things like that. It does kind of feel, just like from my perspective, that there used to be maybe more, you go up and play Philadelphia, New Jersey, and then come back home or something like that. A lot more extended road trips. It might just be a product of the way the schedules are having to be constructed this year, but it's something this team has learned how to deal with. And January, January is a daunting schedule to say the least, but I think every team's probably in that boat in the lead up to the Olympics. There's probably not going to be a friendly January schedule for anybody.
All right, tomorrow night, look, these two teams know each other very well. There's certainly been changes over the last couple of years, and even since the last Stanley Cup Final. And you mentioned for the Panthers, a part of it is all the injured players that aren't playing. This Oilers team is struggling, Doug. I mean, sometimes it's not one thing, it's the other. They probably played one of their most solid games of the season against Tampa Bay last night and still only got a point out of it. Is there something in Edmonton coming to town for the people like you who cover the Panthers and for the fans? Or is this kind of like, well, we've beaten them 2 years in a row. How exciting is it to play these guys? You know what I mean?
There's no question that Edmonton coming to town only once during the regular season. There's no question that there is some extra juice in that matchup as far as the buzz around the game goes. And I mean, on top of that, people, the fans down here know that just from one perspective, it's Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl's one visit to South Florida this season. And if you want to come and watch, the two all-time great type of talents like that live and in person, this is the game to go to. But at the same time, Paul Maurice talked about it today. And when these two teams have the kind of history that they do, it's kind of taken on that feeling because there is, the back-to-back Cup Final matchups and everything like that. But, there's a respect between the two teams was the phrase that he used when, and as he said today when he spoke to the media, when you have, 13 head-to-head games over 2 years on that stage with that on the line and everything that went into it, there's a huge mutual respect that's developed between the two teams. So without a doubt, it's a matchup that certainly is one that everybody in the market is going to have circled on the calendar. I'm sure hockey fans across America are going to have this one circled on the calendar.
Doug Plagens, Panthers play-by-play, joining us for Voices of the Game for Windsor Plywood Leduc. Doug, every time you're on, I usually try and find something unique because you're a unique guy. You do the heavy music, the sports cards. I love talking to you about that, but I got to be honest with you. I was taken aback when I went on your Twitter feed and I didn't know that you're such a Chicken Caesar rap guy. What is hashtag Chicken Caesar wrap up? What is this all about, and what is the criteria for your rankings of Chicken Caesar wraps?
Well, I love a good Chicken Caesar wrap. It's not something that's on a concrete timeline. It's whenever I go to a restaurant that has one, there's a pretty safe assumption that if there's one on the menu, that's probably what I'm going to order. And I've started just reviewing them. It's not something I try to do weekly. You can't force it. It's got to be organic. It's got to be when I go to a restaurant, feel like getting one, and I get one. And the only criteria, or I guess the one rule is I have to order it as it comes. No modifications, no substitutes. We get the chicken Caesar wrap the way that the place gives you the chicken Caesar wrap. So if they have it on the menu as a spicy chicken Caesar wrap, then I'm not taking any of that spice away. I'm taking it the way they give it to me. If it's a crispy chicken Caesar wrap, then I'm not going to say, can I have grilled chicken instead? No, I want the serving suggestion, the chef suggestion. I want it the way that it comes. So yes, the hashtag chicken Caesar wrap up is just something that I'm doing, and I'm long overdue for one. It's been a while since I've had one, so I need to go find one somewhere soon.
Well, when you and the team visit here in March, I'm sure we'll have you on. We'll have some recommendations. Myself here in Edmonton, Chopped Leaf does a really nice chicken Caesar wrap, so I might throw that on the table for now. But we've got some time to work this through, Doug.
I'm in. I'm open to suggestions. I went to that Donaire place that I totally forget the name of last time on a recommendation, and it was outstanding. I was wondering, maybe they have a chicken Caesar wrap. I don't know, but I'm certainly open to suggestions.
Doug, you're the best. That's why we love you, because it's hockey and wherever else we take you, and you just roll along with it. Enjoy your Friday night. Enjoy calling the game tomorrow. Hopefully it's a good game. I mentioned the Oilers have had some tough outings, but hopefully it's a spirited game tomorrow night between the Oilers and the Panthers. Really appreciate it, buddy, and we'll see you in March.
Anytime. Thanks for having me.
Doug Plagens checking in. He is the voices of the game for Windsor Plywood Leduc, play-by-play voice for the Panthers. They're missing a lot of guys, but as he said, still certainly lately able to rack up some points. I liked how he said that about Paul Maurice, or I found that interesting, I should say, that Paul Maurice wants the game should to look a certain way, and if it looks that way, he can live with some losses along the way. And I think that's another good way to put it. The Oilers struggles, they just don't look right.
Yeah.
Okay, the other team's going to score goals, but it shouldn't be like three guys open in front of the net, or it shouldn't be the Oilers, as we were talking about earlier, looking around to who's to cover. It's one thing where the goal goes in and you kind of say, well, okay, that was a good shot, or the other team works hard too. A lot of times for the Oilers, it's been like these negligent things where you're like, they don't even look like they're playing or they're enjoying themselves. So hopefully the Oilers bring something tomorrow. I did think they were pretty engaged last night against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Connor Clattenburg has been called up from the farm, so possible he makes his NHL debut tomorrow. Again, the stats in the AHL, 15 games played, 2 points, 59 penalty minutes, and what about 25 of those in one game, you were saying?
Mm-hmm.
So this is what I said. He plays the way his name sounds, Clattenburg. So if he goes out there and clattens against the boards, or clattens some Panthers players against the boards, that's what the Oilers need. So that's the latest roster news there. 4:00 Oil Stream GCL Diesel pregame show tomorrow with Tom Gazzola.
Yeah, this one comes in from Marco on the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Whatever the betting line is on a Clattenburg fight tomorrow, I will put my entire net worth on that bet.
Say that again.
Whatever the betting line is on
whatever
a
the betting line is
fight tomorrow. Look, I don't know if he's going to come in and drop the mitts right away, but if he comes in, should he be in the lineup? No, we don't know that. But should he be aggressive? Should he hit something if it's moving on the ice and hits it?
Yeah,
that's going to get a
throws
rise.
a rat. Go hit that.
Yes, anything. If there's a plate of nachos thrown onto the ice, go body slam it.
Which did happen.
It did happen.
That's right.
And just for those wondering, you could follow Doug Plagens at Doug Plagens, Plagens. This is Chicken Caesar wrap-up number 1, his first review, which happened on October 5th. It was at Vinny's Cafe in Boca Raton, Florida.
Right.
Huge, mixed in a steel bowl, which makes all salad taste better.
Oh, wow.
Wrap, perfectly constructed, stays together. Even ingredient distribution, little heavy on dressing, but deserves the attention it receives. He rated it 8.752 out of 10.
Oh,
8.752 out of 10. So he takes this seriously.
Oh, that's awesome. Doug's a good guy.
Doug's a fun guy. I love a good chicken Caesar salad wrap.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
They are awesome.
We're in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Win big this football season at the Canadian Brewhouse. Enter for a trip for 2 to Super Bowl 60 plus weekly prizes and $1 off Budweiser and Bud Light tankards. Details at thecanadianbrewhouse.com. Do you want to read chapter 3 of that guy's story?
Yes.
About driving across, or where was he driving from?
Thank you for telling me. And he did apologize for the book. This is Nolan from St. Albert.
Right.
Oh, yes, here we are. Chapter 3. No love interest
This
yet.
is good.
I stayed at a small Airbnb on a ranch in the middle of nowhere in Mexico, surrounded by desert mountain rock formations, no light pollution. The sky was insane, unlike anything I've ever seen before. One of the handful of times I've seen the Milky Way clouds. I 100% recommend to anybody, if they're going to be given the chance to take a road trip down I-25 through those states, as long as you have the flexibility to venture off the highway to sightsee.
Oh, wow. This is great stuff.
Well done. Please send in chapter 5.
No.
And we do want to have a love interest.
Noel's going to get his own segment. We bring him on the Hangout and just so he can read from his novel.
Who came in here?
It was Lieutenant Eric.
What?
Yeah.
Get out of
Still
here.
has long hair.
What? No way. What a guy.
Easy E says, I once got a deconstructed Caesar salad. So is that where they put all the ingredients on your plate and then you have to mix it yourself? That's strange.
What is a deconstructed?
I think that's what he means. He ordered a Caesar salad and he got like maybe a bowl with everything in sections and then you had to mix it up yourself. I don't know.
I want somebody to make it for me.
Yeah, well, I don't think he's happy about it.
You a big capers guy in your Caesar salad?
I like capers. I don't put them in
underrated.
a Caesar. Yeah, they're great. Like, even on pizza?
Yeah, well, you can lightly fry them, a quick pan fry.
Okay, I don't think I've ever done that.
Throw in your breadcrumbs too, and give it a little olive oil pan
that's a
fry.
good idea. Ooh, that's an excellent idea.
That
sounds great.
It's really good.
You're such a gourmand.
Sorry, thank you. My daughters love it too. They love capers, which you wouldn't think because they kind of look a little.
And sometimes, like I found when I was a kid, looking back, I didn't like things that had sort of a sharper or more intense taste.
Right.
Like some cheeses I didn't like, pickles I didn't like as much when I was a kid. But now I could just eat cheese and pickles all day. Excuse me for a moment while I do so.
My daughter had a headache the other day, and
from listening to the show.
Oh, definitely not. And just then she was resting in bed, and my wife called. She was on her way home from basketball with my oldest. I said, "Yeah, Rose has a headache. She's resting, but what?"
Yeah.
Grace is like, "Give her the pickle juice. Break out the pickle juice. It works every time." So I poured her some pickle juice, and
that cures a headache.
Well, it's like salt, right? Maybe you're a little salt depleted.
Oh, right, yeah.
So hey, next time you need
whatever
it,
works.
Milne kid proven.
Okay, Connor Clattenburg called up by the Edmonton Oilers. Noah Philp placed on long-term injured reserve. Tell you what, if you're watching on YouTube, thank you for doing so. Click that thumbs up button. We need 20 thumbs to get to 100.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb.
No reason not to do it. Oh, what was that? That's the thing. If you've already clicked the thumbs up, share the show link with someone else, someone named Claire if you want, or anybody, and get them to click, check out the show. We're going to have a couple really fun segments ahead. We're going to do Name the Animal. We haven't done that for a couple weeks. It was groundbreaking the last time we did it. And we'll also do our words of the day for the Edmonton Public Library. Here comes the Coop.
The Oilers have placed Noah Philp on long-term injured reserve, recalling Connor Clattenburg from the Condors, a former fifth-round pick from 2024. Clattenburg has 2 points and 59 penalty minutes in 15 games for Bakersfield this season. Tomorrow, it's the Oilers visiting the Panthers in Florida at 5 o'clock. Join Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson for the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. That goes live at 4 o'clock. And there's 4 games on today's docket. 2 games underway. The Wild up 1-0. Matt Boldy scoring from Minnesota. They lead the Penguins about 10 minutes into the first period. Also midway through the opening frame, it's the Blackhawks and Sabres tied at 0. Zauris Out east, the Jays have tendered contracts to Dalton Varsho, Ernie Clement, Tyler Heineman, and Eric Lauer. All 4 players are eligible for arbitration. Each player open for negotiations with management through January 6th, and if no deal is reached, they will have an arbitration date scheduled for their 2026 contract. NBA action. The Raptors and Wizards tip off at 5:30. Right now, it's the Pacers trailing the Cavaliers 16-13 halfway through the first quarter. This sports update is brought to you by Paramount Flooring. Get your home holiday ready with Paramount Flooring. For over 33 years, Paramount Flooring's family-owned business has a reputation for earning trust, fair pricing, dependable service, and quality workmanship. Call 780-483-1991 and mention EST for 10% off. Paramount Flooring, flooring for the life that you live. Name the Animal is up next here on the Reid Wilkins Show. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
Hockey is heating up, and so is the excitement on Play Alberta. With casino winners every hour, jackpots worth millions, and revenue that stays in the province, there's never been a better time to sign up. Right now, our listeners can score a $50 free bet when they make a minimum $50 deposit with code EST50. That's code EST50 for a $50 free bet. Start playing with your game sense today to find out if you're Alberta's next winner. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, please use your game sense.
It's wing showdown time at the Canadian Brewhouse. Creamy street corn goes head-to-head with Mexican chili lime. 2 bold flavors battling for your taste buds. Grab them anytime, or just 69 cents every Wing Wednesday. The Canadian Brewhouse. Our house is your house.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino. Celebrate the holiday season with the Tenors. Joy to the World Tour at River Cree, December 19th. From timeless classics to fresh renditions of favorites, the Tenors arrive just in time for Christmas. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Sentinel Storage is proud to partner with Toy Mountain in support of Big Brothers Big Sisters Boys and Girls Club. Between now and December 19th, drop off a new unwrapped toy at a Sentinel Storage near you and bring a smile to a child this holiday season.
Oh, Friday afternoon. How you doing, everybody? Coming up to 5:30. Jay Milne, Reid Wilkins with you on Edmonton Sports Talk. We are, of course, presented by our friends with Play Alberta. Why settle for less when you can have it all? Only Play Alberta brings you casino games, live dealers, lottery, instants, and sports betting all in one place. Players can get a $50 casino bonus by depositing $50 using the code EST Casino. You can get a $50 free sports bet by depositing $50 and using the code EST Sports. Don't forget to use your game sense. The Oilers news today. Connor Clattenburg called up from the Bakersfield Condors. Noah Philp placed on long-term injured reserve. Tough for Philp. Opportunity for Clattenburg. We'll see if he can indeed get into the Oilers lineup and play a noisy game.
Well, and then you said it as soon as that happened. I mean, Hudson would be probably someone you
the leading
think
scorer, yeah.
would be the next in line, but
they need a certain thing.
The style of play they need right now, would. And I love the way you describe that. He plays the way his name sounds.
Yes,
give me some Clattenburg out there, boys.
Right, exactly. That's the thing. All right, portions of this hour presented by Little Buckaroo Design. Since 2015, Little Buckaroo Design in New Sarepta has been saying, heck yeah, we can do that. From heat press and embroidery to rhinestones, sublimation, DTF signs, and custom decals, Michelle and her team can make it happen. Stop by the showroom, 5063 Center Ave in New Sarepta. Call 780-984-2872 or check out their website, lilbuckaroodesign.ca.
Heck yeah.
Portions of this hour presented by Little Buckaroo Design. Really great to have them on board. All right. We like doing fun stuff sometimes on the show. Well, at least we think it's fun. We have no idea if other people think what we do is fun, but we certainly like it, and we like doing this every once in a while.
Will it move? Will it coo? Could be a dog, or maybe a hawk. Name the animal. Name the animal.
The turtle is part of the song now. All right. So this is Name the Animal.
Terry, the turtle had a cameo in there.
The turtle was part of the show there. We need a dozen thumbs to get to 100. So let's do it for that energetic turtle trying to accomplish something. So we baptized Big Uke in the nasty chat says that turtle might need a DTF sign. Can you put that in the folder for text of the year? Or we're not. I guess it's not text of the year. Text it in. Well, we can count that, can't we?
I think it has to be text. They don't accept the text of the day has to come into, well, for the morning show, the Paris Jewelers inbox. Text it in.
Oh, that's really good. So Name the Animal is a fun segment. So what happens is at the technical desk, Zach Kubish is going to play the sound of an animal, and Jason Milne and I kind of mull it over, and we can ask. We don't have a limit, but we try to ask Kub as few questions as possible to figure out what the animal is. This is purely for educational and entertainment purposes. We encourage you to play along at home, gather some loved ones around the speaker, around the laptop.
Hopefully.
Yeah. And play along and try to get it before we get it, but there's no contest for this.
I think we're all educated last week.
We were,
or the week before.
A couple weeks ago, we really were educated about what that turtle was doing. All right, so it is indeed time to name the animal.
Oh, I know what that is.
Is that some kind of a whale, do you think? Or just something else?
Do that again.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it sounds like Coob's making the noise.
No.
What is that?
Do it again.
You know it?
Yes.
Sounds like a gate opening.
No, that's either an elk or a moose.
Oh, really?
A bugle.
Oh, yeah, because elk are very shrill. That's how this all started a few years ago.
Is it an elk?
Yes.
There we go.
There it is.
There it is.
Wow, first guess.
Jason Milne got it.
Well, because I have that elk call.
Oh, right.
I'm like, wait, I've heard this.
So that's how Name the Animal started, because the Esks were changing their name. And they put out the list of finalists, and we were all pretty sure that it was going to be Elks. So Kellen Kennedy and I, when we were working on Inside Sports, played an elk call. Is that what it's called? An elk call, an elk bugle?
A bugle.
And we both were quite surprised at how shrill it was.
Mm-hmm.
So then we did a week of Name the Animal. It was COVID. Like, there weren't a lot of games going on, so you're trying to think of interesting things, weird things, whatever. So we did a week of Name the Animal. Like, Kellen got and then we did it sporadically. We would do it once a week. We'd do it once a month,
right?
Whenever. So that's how this all started, and now I brought it over here. So yeah, that was a noise that I should have actually been more familiar with. That I'm a little disappointed I didn't get it too, because it sounded whale-like to me. Play it again.
Yeah, I'm surprised you guys didn't guess whale.
It's Star Trek 4, The Voyage Home. Because the elk noise we played was shorter than that, I think. Everybody in the nasty chat playing along gets it. Les, Big Uke, Sean, Easy E, Smitty. Did people text it in as well? Elk? We got it pretty quick.
No, only Big Uke saying that turtle might need a DTF sign.
He's CK. Now we can put that in.
No, there have been other, and they're all guessing.
They're all guessing elk. Yeah.
Where is text of the year? Oh, text of the year right there. Okay, so this I'm putting this in right now.
You're using the afternoon inbox, 780-218-9999, presented by River Cree Resort and Casino, home of Tap 25 Restaurant. $18.99 prime rib special, available 7 days a week, except show nights. from 11:30 in the morning to 11 at night. Available for dine-in and takeouts. Renee's side piece says that is not what an elk sounds like. Just ask Dusty. Is there a story here I'm missing?
I don't know. What is the story?
I don't know what that story is. You could ask Dusty. He's not here.
You want to call him?
Didn't he have a hockey game this afternoon?
Yeah. The Muzz was playing a game at 2:30 or something.
Oh, it's probably over.
I know, but what's up with that? It's a school day.
Aren't they on strike? Maybe the kids went on strike to play the game.
Maybe the kids are saying, enough is enough.
We'll play. It's optional. Everything's optional. All right. So that was Name the Animal, our award-winning, world-class, world-famous, educational, and entertaining segment. Very, very exciting stuff. You know what else we have to do, buddy? We got to do our NFL picks for the world's simplest fantasy football draft. So Jay and I, every week, draft 2 players each, 1 quarterback and 1 kicker. Whoever quarterback produces more touchdowns gets a point. Whoever kicker has the longest distance in made field goals gets a point. You only have your guy on your roster for a week. Once he is on your roster, he can't be on your roster again that season. Okay? So last week, Jay took Brock Purdy. I took Lamar Jackson. Jackson did not produce a touchdown. Neither passing nor throwing. Purdy had 3, so you get that point. Kicking, you took Butker from the Chiefs. He had 62 yards and made field goals. He made 2 31-yarders. I had Santos from the Bears. He made 4 field goals for 173 yards. So I got that point. So after 11 weeks, 22 points available, you're beating me 12-10. So that's still pretty close.
Close. That's good.
Yeah.
So I guess, if I get 1 to 50, I go first?
Yes. That thing's rolling like a turtle. Here's the sound effect the die makes.
17.
So you pick first and fourth.
Well. I'm going to take the man who sees, because you're getting, you're not totally limited, but you got to find matchups.
We're starting to run out of some guys, yeah.
And I'm going to take the man who sees ghosts. Your guy, Sam Darnold.
Darnold, who I took earlier this season.
So they're playing the Titans Sunday morning.
I thought I took Darnold.
I think I hear him coming now.
Oh, no, neither one of us has taken Darnold. So he's still, but they're playing they're not playing a good team like the Rams.
No, they're playing the Titans.
Right. Yeah, I thought I took Darnold. Okay. So you're taking Darnold. So I get to pick 2 here. I'm going to take Goff for my quarterback. And then I will follow you, and I will take Butker as my place kicker. So now you get your kicker.
Well,
this is the most exciting part.
I'm going to take Tyler Loop from Baltimore.
Loop? How do you spell it?
Loop.
Oh, Loop. L-U-P-E?
No, L-O-O-P.
Okay. Shows you what I know about my NFL kickers.
Like a loop-de-loop.
I couldn't name all of them.
Not many could.
I think I could do pretty good with number 1 quarterbacks.
Go for it.
Okay, give me a team.
Hang on. Okay. Let's play this.
Now, if some guys are hurt and the backup's in, I might not know it.
Don't worry. New England Patriots.
Is May.
The It Boy. Pittsburgh Steelers.
Is Rodgers.
Chicago Bears.
Aaron Rodgers. Is the suddenly resurgent Caleb Williams.
Nah.
He's not the quarterback anymore?
He is, but I don't know if he's resurgent.
Aren't they like 8-3 or something like that? Are they
look
6
at the
and 5?
schedule.
Well, still, you got to win.
They beat the lowly
Would you
Commanders.
sooner beat poop or lose to poop?
Well, they're going to lose to really refined poop soon. I still don't think they're going to have a hard time making the playoffs. Jaguars.
Trevor Lawrence.
Cardinals.
Murray. Is he hurt though?
He is, but that's still the guy.
Murray's the guy. I don't know who's the other quarterback.
Brissett.
Oh, right.
Cleveland Browns.
Is it Flacco now? No, he left. He's Bengals.
He's gone.
Who's the Browns quarterback?
Well, it's Deshaun.
Oh, Deshaun Watson.
Injured. Then it was Flacco, but it was somebody else too.
I don't even know who it is for the Browns.
Well, now it's Shador.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Falcons.
So I didn't know that one. Penix. I think he's hurt.
So? Captain Kirk.
Oh, Cousins. He's still there, right? Yeah.
New Orleans.
I actually don't know. Oh, was it the all-purpose guy?
No. It's a Spencer Rattler, I think.
Okay.
Tyler Shuck?
Don't know. Is it? No. If you're asking me, I'd say no.
They're not good. I think they played the Seahawks earlier. There was the
Buccaneers.
Mayfield.
Panthers.
Is the guy that was the high pick.
Bryce
Young. So you have to give me a hint. But
49ers.
Purdy.
Titans.
Is who is the Titans quarterback?
It's a good question. I'm brain farting too.
I'm zoned out on who the Titans quarterback is.
By Jove.
I don't know who it is.
They're
Somebody
1-9.
Somebody put it in the chat.
Oh, isn't it the young...
It's not that Cam Ward. That's not where he went.
No. It's the Will Levis. Isn't it Will Levis?
Oh, Levis? Levi's jeans? Who took that Cam Ward? Was he the Panthers?
Cam Ward is playing. Cam Ward...
Is he the Panthers quarterback?
Titans?
Maybe he's... Yeah, he's Titans.
He's Titans.
Yeah.
Yes,
He's
that's
Titans.
what
Where's Levis? Where's Levi's?
Maybe he's the backup.
Not bad, Reid. Yeah.
So I could probably, I'd probably
You'd
get
be
27,
80%.
I'd get 26,
80 or
27 out
higher.
of 32.
Yeah.
And the teams I didn't know generally were not the teams that are performing at a high level.
Somebody says Dusty does an elite elk call.
I don't know if I've ever heard that. We could have him do Name the Animal. Why not?
Why not?
All right. We're going to do words of the day, buying or selling for Damon Bunting when we get back. Connor Clattenburg called up by the Oilers.
The Oilers have placed Noah Philp on long-term injured reserve, recalling Connor Clattenburg from the Condors, a former fifth-round pick in 2024. Clattenburg has 2 points and 59 penalty minutes in 15 games for Bakersfield this season. And 4 games are on today's docket. 2 games are live in the first period. 3-0 for the Wild over the Penguins. Marcus Johansson with the most recent marker for Minnesota. About 3.5 minutes left in that frame with about 2 minutes to go. Out in Buffalo, the Sabres lead the Blackhawks by that same score, 3-0. And out east, the Jays have tendered contracts to Dalton Varsho, Ernie Clement, Tyler Heineman, and Eric Lauer. All 4 players eligible for arbitration, with each player open for negotiations with management through January 6th. If no deal is reached, they will have an arbitration date scheduled for their 2026 contracts. Over to the world of basketball. So Wizards and Raptors just getting underway. They're tied at 0s. 2 other games are live. It's the Cavs up 33-31 at the end of the first over the Pacers, while Brooklyn and Boston are throwing down. The Nets up 5-2 early in the game. The words of the day for the Edmonton Public Library next on The Reid Wilkins Show. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
Firehouse Subs. Our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
Your brand deserves more than just a whisper, it deserves a buzz. At the Hive Product Marketing, they specialize in promotional products that bring the buzz. From eye-catching giveaways to unforgettable keepsakes, they got the perfect products to make your brand stand out and get noticed. Visit the Hive Product Marketing and let them create the buzz your business deserves. The Hive Product Marketing, the official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Visit them online at thehiveproductmarketing.com.
Looking for a winning strategy for your retirement? Contact me, Joaquin Gage at K4 Financial, where expertise meets dedication. I will always look for a careful approach to your retirement, ensuring your financial future is secure. From tailored strategies to clear, actionable advice, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Don't leave your future to chance. Get in touch with me, Joaquin Gage, today at k4financial.ca or email joaquin.gage@k4financial.ca to start planning for a brighter future and a more secure retirement.
Oh, hey, how you doing? I got to concentrate for 10 more minutes. Then it's the weekend. Whenever you text us, and we appreciate when you do, 780-218-9999. You're using the afternoon inbox presented by River Cree Resort and Casino, home of Tap 25 Restaurant, where the entire menu is 50% off 7 days a week from 2 to 5 p.m. All right, so the Oilers have called up Connor Clattenburg from the Condors, rugged player who hopefully can make a physical impact for the Oilers. They play the Panthers tomorrow at 5. Our coverage will commence at 4 o'clock with the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show, hosted by Tom Gazzola. He'll hop on after the game to break it down. The Oilers 2-3-1 on their road trip that ends tomorrow. If they somehow got a win and we're 3-3-1, I think that would be a positive just to go 500 through that. I know that's not absolutely sexy, but I think if they pulled out 7 points in 7 games, given that schedule, it would be okay. Buying or selling, presented by Damon Bunting, a consistent top-producing realtor in the greater Edmonton area for over 18 years. He and his team would love to help you find that right home or make the move from your current home. Community-driven, he understands what it takes to make a difference in our city. Check him out, DamonBunting.com, Instagram handle, Damon Bunting Real Estate. Oh, by the way, we need 8 thumbs. That's it. Let's find those 8 thumbs to get to 100 for the show.
We can do it.
Click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
Well, some people took their thumbs away. It went down from 92 to 90. Nice going, everybody.
Classic over thumbing.
Buying or selling, Pickard starts in net tomorrow.
Buying.
Yeah, I'm totally buying on that. I would think the schedule before the trip, when they plotted it out, would have had Skinner. I think you got to go back to Pickard.
After that,
got to reward him.
Yeah, reward him. That's right. He was the reason they were in that game. Tough way to end. I think the team as a team would have loved to get that win for Calvin Pickard, given the way he played. Now, this is a great question, though, again, Reid. You saw what happened after Stu Skinner had a shutout in New York. You think, okay, we didn't play as good, but Stu had our back. Now let's go out and get one for the Gipper the next day. Well, they didn't. So maybe you can see some growth that way as to how they respond from an excellent performance from their goaltender 2 nights prior.
Yeah.
Guess we'll see.
Yeah. I'd put Pickard in. I think they're going to play Pickard.
Buying or selling, gingerbread cookies are overrated.
Oh, completely buying. I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
Like, they're weird.
They are.
Like, and get that smile off your face.
Yeah. Who are you looking at?
Why'd you put the funny face on the cookie, Jablonski?
Were you smiling, Jablonski? Look, I understand I'm more of a gingerbread house guy than a gingerbread cookie. My daughter recently made a massive batch of gingerbread cookies, and they're still there. They're still sitting in the cookie jar.
Like, they don't taste good. Like, what are they made out of? Molasses or something?
There is molasses in it. And the thing that really ices this debate, no pun intended, is that they're seasonal. You're not in the middle of summer baking a batch of gingerbread cookies. You're making chocolate chip cookies or oatmeal chocolate cookies or, I don't know, other styled cookies. Yeah, I don't think gingerbread cookies hold up.
Buying or selling, I must put my Christmas lights up this weekend.
Well, Now, how many lights, how many strings are we talking here?
We're talking one. My Yoda lights and a wreath that lights up. And then I put my tree up inside, which, as I've said, has been decorated the same way for years. I just unplug it and put it gently in a big bag and store it that way so I don't have to decorate it every year.
Well, tomorrow's supposed to be beautiful. 5 degrees, mix of sun and cloud.
Yeah.
I would get after it. Tomorrow
might be tough. I got some stuff going on during the day, but I should have time at some point.
Sundays are a write-off.
Did I do it after the Oilers game at 8? I don't know.
No. Do it before. Do it.
All right. I'll try to do it.
I got to insulate a duck shed tomorrow.
You have to insulate a duck shed?
Yeah.
Did you see that spit that flew out of my mouth?
I did.
Holy crap.
I'm glad I wasn't in its way.
Distance record.
Yeah, our ducks, you got to insulate their shed because it was a little bit of a mouse issue prior.
Meow, 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 meow.
That's who's excited about that.
Well, the cats could help. Yeah.
All right. Should we do words of the day?
I think we should.
For Edmonton Public Library. Edmonton Public Library's Cooking for a Cause program allows private groups of up to 36 people to have an interactive cooking experience with a chef in the kitchen at the Stanley A. Milner Library. Great team building activity for groups who would like to learn how to create elevated dishes, or you can set up a fun cooking challenge with your group. EPL.ca/cooking-for-cause, or just Google EPL Cooking for a Cause. All right. I've had a pretty good week, eh?
Reid and Jay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
Finally getting my life together.
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you.
Finally figuring out my book learning.
Do you speak it?
I'm all learned.
You know what I'm saying?
This one came in from a Teef. We've got a late limerick.
Okay.
On the dial, where the oil is the theme, Reid Wilkins starts up a new scheme with words quite obscure for us to secure a knowledge of diction's gold stream.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Not bad.
That's pretty good, Atif.
And Nolan from St. Albert asks, hot topic, buying or selling eggnog?
Selling. Or no, buying. I like eggnog.
Buying. Do you like it on its own, or do you have to have rum?
No, I can just eat it.
Drink it.
Well, it's thick enough you almost have to chew it.
It is.
It's like when I order Guinness. When I used to drink Guinness, my buddy would be like, meal in a glass.
Yeah.
I'm like, yep, that's what I like.
Yeah.
No, I love eggnog.
Yeah.
I've already had some this year.
Yeah?
Yeah.
My mother-in-law always has it on. She gets it early.
But I don't put anything in it. I just like it the way it is.
I'm not against it.
I don't need to change you, eggnog. I love you just the way you are.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Hey, eggnog, why don't you sit a little closer?
Wow.
Oh my goodness. All right.
Okay, first word of the day. Bloviate. Bloviate.
Have you not given me this word before?
Couldn't tell you, but I don't think I have.
Bloviate. I don't know if I know what this means, though.
This is a verb.
This is to gesture wildly when speaking.
Ooh, it's close.
Okay.
I'll give you a sentence. The podcaster tends to bloviate endlessly on topics about which he is not particularly knowledgeable.
Speak excessively?
So it's to bloviate is to speak or write in an arrogant tone and with more words than are necessary.
Okay, so I didn't quite get it the first time.
We're giving it to you. We're giving it. It's Friday.
The half, I can get the half, maybe.
Friday meeting.
It almost sounds like being a blowhard, even though it's not connected to that.
Somewhat similar.
All right.
Second word of the day, gauche. Gauche.
Gauche. This would be sort of tacky, bordering on inappropriate.
Wow.
Hey, I know my gaucheness, everybody. What's the exact definition?
The exact definition describes someone or something having or showing a lack of awareness about the proper way to behave. When describing a person or a behavior, gauche can mean socially awkward or tactless. When describing an object, it can mean crudely made or done.
Okay. Yeah, so I more or less
Isn't
got
gauche also French for left?
I believe so, yes.
Droite and gauche?
I think so, yeah.
See? We taught you something.
What have we not taught you today?
How can you say?
We got an elk call. We got French words. We got other words of the day. It's pretty amazing.
Terry the Turtle.
This was a fun show. This was a good show. But
Chicken Caesar wrap reviews.
But you know what? It is. I think the weekend's right around the corner.
I think I hear him coming now.
Oh my goodness. This was great, everybody. Thank you so much for being part of the show. Whether you're on iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, or on YouTube, or listening in the future on a podcast. 10 a.m. tomorrow on Edmonton Sports Talk. Hello Hockey with Tom Gazzola and Sean Bell. And then 4 o'clock tomorrow, Tom Gazzola has the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pre- and post-game shows as the Oilers take on the Panthers at 5. On behalf of Zach Kubish and Jay Milne, I'm Reid Wilkins. Take care.
Sports Talk. My God, I loved it. My name's Jay Milne.